What website you love?
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Carlos. I am doing good. Feeling good this morning. Went for a nice run. My third big workout of this week. I'm feeling good. I'm trying to, I sort of eased up on things. You get injured and then you just, you let it slide a little bit. And anyways, I feel good now. Starting to get active again. So yeah, good morning.
Awesome,
and
man.
Wow, guys, markets at all-time highs. And we were talking yesterday about Halloween outfits, and apparently the most popular Halloween outfit is going to be the K-pop Demon Hunter outfit. I think, Carlos, if you really want to be topical, you need to dress your kids as giant silicone chips. Just a giant semiconductor.
Oh yeah.
Semiconductor. You know, I think silicon. I guess it's silicon chips. Silicone is something different. That's Anyways, but a big chip, anyways, because Nvidia all-time highs, baby. Yesterday wasn't a great day of movement for Nvidia, but it just played at all-time highs.
Beautiful.
And the SPY is up. Like, government. What government shut down?
Yeah. What shutdown? Is the shutdown going on? I don't even know if it's still happening this morning. Market cares less.
This market, like, it's amazing to me how Wall Street just doesn't really care. Whatever. We'll take more money. The rest of the country is going to hell. What does it matter? The rest of the world in trouble? Wow. What the heck? We got this.
Up. It's
apparently we're
wild.
getting reports of choppiness. I don't know if
we are.
Is everybody here? Is it choppy
I hear you
for
perfect.
all or just a few? Choppy for a lot of people.
I reloaded and fixed. Is it just a chat room? Oh, it's our YouTube friends. Let's go here.
Sounds fine to a few people. So a few people have it choppy. Few
Yes,
people
in
say
chat.
it's
How about
okay.
YouTube? If YouTube's bad, then it's us. If YouTube's good, it's not us. That's usually how it is. So let's check
good
in
on
here.
YouTube. All right.
Oh yeah, if it's good on YouTube, it's the chat.
Yeah, reload the
Guys,
room.
reload.
If you're having problems, reload if needed. So okay. Anyways, I am constantly impressed. Surprised and impressed by this market. I don't know from a broad macroeconomic, perspective, it's a good thing that the markets are at highs like this. It sort of continues to erode confidence in the financial system from the average person a little bit, I would think. But frankly, you know what? There's also hundreds of millions of Americans that just don't pay attention and don't care. So, probably, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to make of it. All I know is as long as it keeps giving us good trading opportunities, then I'm gonna roll with it, right? Like, there's not much I can do to change it other than I might as well take advantage and do what I can to feed my family. So,
there you go. I like that.
Billions of Americans.
Yeah.
Sure,
all right, let's take a look at what we have here as far as you are. Our gappers list brought to you by TradingTerminal.com, which, by the way, the prophecy is going to be fulfilled. I was talking about this. I've been warning you guys for weeks.
Yeah.
Price is going to go up. And it has come to my knowledge that price will be going up tomorrow for our beautiful TradingTerminal.com. So, friends, if you're enjoying the product, highly recommend you sign up. Where is it? I have it here somewhere. It's right over here. Sign up is $59.99. I don't think it's 99, but I like saying $59.99. It's actually just 59 flat. But everything should end in 99 because then you could do it $59.99.
You don't want to do like a Walmart thing at $59.97?
I think if it's 99, you got to be 99.98 or 99.97. I think that there's a marketing tool to it. You can't do 99.99. I don't think that's the thing. It doesn't do something for the brain for you to buy.
Yeah.
So there is, I'm telling you, man, that the stuff that these people think about, it's crazy. They think about what sense makes sense for you to see at the store so you could buy. But this is just a flat 59. Yeah, guys, you'll be grandfather in, and you'll be, you'll be in for a long time. For a long time and a good time. Prices go up tomorrow, so again, take advantage. I will be reminding this throughout the day. What's 59? TradingTerminal.com, friends, and all its tools that are available to it. Atlas, simulator, scanners. I mean, you name it. It's all good there and at a good price. Friends, our gappers list this morning brought to you by TradingTerminal.com. Here you can see we are, again, green, Peter. I see Quantum's having a big morning again today. Yeah. So you see Quantum all over the place here. RZLV, this thing just keeps going up, Peter. It just keeps...
surprising that it's still on our list,
It keeps going up. So, all right, we'll dive into all that. Let's take a look at U.S. economic calendar, Peter. What's happening there? Not that we need any news. This market is just up and up. But what's happening in that end?
Look, less is happening there than would be if the government was functioning. So we don't get all the data that we would normally get. So any of the government provided data is on hiatus. Any of the privately provided data is still happening. So 8:30, we should have had employment reports and hourly wages. Not coming out. So none of that data. We don't have that. It's not going to be happening. It says data delayed, but I mean, this could be an indefinite delay, right? Because we're likely to go to the next reporting period, and then we'll just get it in the next reporting period. However, the S&P, the services PMI, and the non-manufacturing PMI, those numbers should come out at 9:45 and 10. I don't know if that means they're going to get more weight because we don't have employment data. Probably not. Which means that overall, it's just a pretty light day from economic news. And we've had a pretty light week, right? Like really, there hasn't been a lot of interruption to what the market has just decided to do by news. As we were sort of, more than just joking, I guess, the market really has sort of just shrugged off the government shutdown, even announcements out of the White House. Really have not had much of an impact this week. So it's been steady as she goes, whichever direction the market chooses on any given day. Now, it doesn't mean that everything's just going up and up. We are at all-time highs. Yesterday, we sort of gapped to an all-time high and then sold off, sort of. I mean, it depends what you were watching yesterday. Things moved in different directions. So as we always caution, you can play at the highs and still have big down days. Right. But it doesn't necessarily, the big down days sometimes just erase 2 or 3 days worth of, growth efforts. So, I'm ready for a move in either direction today, but I just hope we get movement, right? Like the worst thing we could get on this Friday is just a day where everybody says, let's take a breather and do nothing, because then that's boring. I don't want boring. I want some exciting trades. So,
yeah. Well, could not agree with you more, my friend. So let's hope for those exciting trades as we prepare here. Let's take a look at some of the top stuff happening, top stuff gapping up this morning. Look at GameStop all by itself over here. Oh, poor thing. Down 4%. The only thing in the red is GameStop. Whatever.
So lonely. It's so lonely over there.
What's the song? Lonely. Sing it, Peter. I am so, something like that. That's GameStop right now. All right.
It's a good old song, yeah.
It's a great song. QCLS leading the gap up list, 17% up this morning, friends, and you can see it here. Messy for the most part. QC Technologies. I don't think we looked at this before, Peter, in the daily. A little bit all over the place. Mostly hanging out under $5 the last month or so, trying to break out of that. What's the latest and greatest? Does it have anything with quantum? It has a Q in it.
It does have a Q in it. It's a biotech company, QC Technologies. Oh, it must stand for something because it's Q/C Technologies. I don't really know what that means, but this is a company that used to be called TNF Pharmaceuticals, and they actually just changed ticker names. So they changed ticker names about a week ago. You can see, Carlos, I mean, you can, look, based on the chart, you can absolutely guess when they changed names. So, There you go. Not hard to find that one. I don't really see any news on it. I'm not sure why it's specifically moving today. I think maybe with the change of ticker names, they're just sort of resetting the clock and getting a little attention. As you can see, they had the one big day of volume and then it sort of died off. Whatever's happening with it, not making my list.
Yeah, I don't like it. Let's take a look at USAR, another one that also made our list yesterday. Today we're gapping up another 13.8, and again had a big day yesterday, Peter. So continuing that, USA Rare Earth Metals, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Rare Earth. It's a metals and mining company. Let's see what is happening. Apparently, their CEO Barbara Humpton told NBC that that U.S. rare earth is in close communication with the administration of President Donald Trump. And that was in response to a question asking if they were interested in a deal with the government. So the one way that the government has, and that the Trump administration has been moving the markets recently is to suggest that they're going to invest in a company. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, apparently that gives some companies a little bit of boost, and it makes sense, right? Everybody wants to be closer to the seat of power. And this apparently USA Rare Earth. I mean, they've got the right name, right? If your company is called USA, you gotta, probably put you in more favor than being called something else.
So. Yeah, I could agree with that. Yeah, I don't like it, friends. Big day yesterday here. How did it actually trade? Let's go back and look at the intraday action.
Not bad. It looks
not bad actually. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. It's hard to trade miners in general. I mean, it might be different as we're getting that rumor of investment. Remember, like this is not the only one we've had on the list. What was the other one that we had earlier this week that was on the list? We had an L in it.
LAC.
LAC. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's another one.
Anyways, but. Yeah, same sort of story, right? But they're tough to trade.
Yeah, it's not an easy one. Maintain their gap up here on the daily, but again, not an easier one to trade. All right, how about this one? RZLV. Probably the second day play here. So I had a big day yesterday. You can see it right over here. So again, a big day yesterday, broke out nicely, did keep going, got some running in it today, man. Right now, up 13%, and looks like the party's just getting started, Peter. So 3.3 million shares traded. This is rocking for a possible second day play today. And the daily doesn't look too bad, by the way. Not too bad. Look at the move here going into September, down a little bit. I'm sorry, down into September, and then going into October, kind of trying to do a bounce, Peter. So what's your thoughts on it? Are we going to watch this one again?
I don't know. I mean, the news is all the same news. Remember, they actually they were originally on track to deliver 125 million in revenue in the year. Then they said then they raised their target to 150 million, and they said the analysts actually raised their target to 150 million, and they said 150 million, we can do 500 million, and in 2026, and the market's like, all right, then. Cool. So the analysts are now starting to change their forecast, their guidance based on that. I mean, I have no idea whether they're actually on track to deliver that, but they've said that they believe they could do it. That's a pretty big jump, right, from where they had been. So I guess we'll have to see if they can put their money where their mouth is, or keep the money where it's now being put. I can't say that I watched it, Carlos. There was just too many other interesting things for me to go chasing weird stuff. Let's see, what did the price action actually look like yesterday? Not that bad. I mean, honestly, it wasn't that bad. Good volume yesterday. Decent volume anyways, at 50 million shares traded. It's less than the 94 million it had the day before. So, Carlos, we may be just seeing a decline of volume on the downside here, even though that it's gapping higher. It feels like there's a little bit less volume in it. If your trading style lends to like long, steady plays, then this may be in play for you. Again, I won't presume to guess which direction it's going to head, but yesterday, if I just look at this move, it was pretty decent once it decided to go in the afternoon.
Yeah, yeah. Around mid morning, a little bit here, it got like a double bottom breakout in
It,
the afternoon at VWAP. I mean, yeah,
yeah.
it traded
It
well.
requires
Well,
different skills, though. Remember, like again, this move looks good on the chart. Keep in mind, if you actually measure, that's less than $1, right? Like that's only about an 80
yeah,
cent move.
yeah, yeah.
So, you have to know that if you're taking it, you've got to be taking it with a 10-cent risk or something like that, right? It's the only way
Hmm.
you sort of make money off of that, the big move. So, yeah, it's not my it's not my go-to type of stock.
Yeah, understood. All right, friends, definitely in play. I'm on the fence on it. I think I want to add it to a secondary list. I think I will. And maybe again, it might not trade it. A lot of times we don't even look at our secondary list. Our primary list is so good. But I'll add it there just to take a peek on what's happening. BTQ is next on our gappers list, brought to you by tradingterminal.com. This is a recent IPO, guys, if you guys remembered. Up 10%. Last couple, only 5-6 trading days, looks like. 4 of them have been a sell-off, even the gap up here. So, again, pretty, not much to go on as far as that goes. Volume also very light. Yesterday, I think about 3.7 million shares, maybe a little bit less. I don't like it, man. Hard to borrow. You can't even short it. So yeah, not a fan of this one, Peter.
No, it's a Canadian software company. They did have an announcement 2 days ago, back on Wednesday, talking about they launched their QSSN pilot program, which I don't know what it is, but it's jointly with a company that is Korea's largest banking solution developer. So they're partnering with. It just says Korea's. I assume they mean South Korea. So I don't think I don't think there's a lot of a lot of
That'll be
banking
news.
going on in North Korea.
That'll be some news.
Um,
Yeah.
QSSN. This is the Quantum Secure Stablecoin Network. The QSSN, of course. Anyways, so okay, so look, they got two things in that QSSN, another made up term, I think, but I guess that's where all terminology starts, right? It's made up at some point. But Carlos, that sounds pretty cool, right? The Quantum Secure Stablecoin Network. So we got stablecoin and quantum in that, and they make it sound official by making it a network. You know, what does it
Keywords.
actually do? Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Some keywords. Um, all right. So again, that's not gonna work for us. All right. All right. Now let's talk about quantum, since you brought it up, and the list is the rest of the list here. QBT, Rigetti, QBTS. What else is on here? Yeah. So it's a bunch of quantum stuff that's been trading very well, Peter. So let's go there. What's the latest and greatest, and which one is your favorite for today?
yeah, I liked Rigetti yesterday. It was the one that I was watching most, so maybe that's why I liked it. Good move at the open. It really sort of, I think of all of the quantum stocks, it had the best move at the open. The rest of the day, my opinion, all the quantum stocks weren't really great traders through the late morning, early afternoon. They were pretty choppy, but the morning was good for Rigetti, so it might be worth watching that one again today. Look, there's the ebb and flow of quantum, right? As the market is surging to all-time highs, people are looking for places to dump some money. Why not put some into quantum? I don't see any particular news. There's no quantum technology advances being announced that I can see. Um, they let's see. There's some news here. What is this article? Uh, Metrics. Oh, the Mercator Institute for China Studies apparently says that China is going to start to try and export quantum computers to the rest of the world. So I guess there's actual quantum hybrid, though they're calling it quantum hybrid compute platforms. So, interesting. I mean, I think Carlos, that's what we're going to see first, right? Probably these mixed technology platforms where you can do things that don't require compute precision, right? Because as we all know, probably by now, right, quantum is extremely fast, but it's very inaccurate. So if you ask a quantum computer to add 2 plus 2 20 times in a row, you might get a couple of different answers. Whereas, you expect if you ask a computer 2 plus 2, you're going to get the same answer every single time. So, but it'll do it faster, even if it gives you a different answer. But there are applications for that, right? There was an article that I was just reading the other day where they were talking about how you can do these mixed quantum systems where you could have things that don't require precision. So, for example, if you want to do routing, you're trying to do routing technology, and you're basically having it pick between routing systems. As long as it picks one of the valid systems, which could be a criteria that you define, you could use quantum to do very quick, ideal routing. So, for example, a traditional computer can take a long time. If you wanted to do the best route for you to get all the way across North America, that can take a fair amount of computing power to do, right? You could use a quantum computer to calculate it a lot faster, and it doesn't really matter if it's slightly wrong as long as you get to the endpoint, right? So, things like that. So imagine doing internet routing and bit-based routing. As long as the data gets there, it may be wrong in the speed route a couple of times, as long as it actually achieves it. So anyways, they're talking about how do they mix that, which is actually exciting for quantum and the quantum development, if they can then figure out how you incorporate those together in a workable system. Apparently, here's the big risk, of course, is that the US based companies and the global companies, I guess, but maybe I should say the Eastern companies, or the Western companies that we're looking at, are in competition with the Eastern Bloc or Chinese companies. And who's going to get there first, right? Who's going to be able to dominate this compute segment? Traditionally, we're used to US tech companies dominating any new large scale technology rollout. China wants to change that. And they're willing to put a lot of money behind it, as we've seen with EVs, right? So, their Achilles heel maybe has been distribution networks, where it's been tougher for them to get their products then to the rest of the world to create that dominance. But Carlos, it's one of those things we have to be aware of. Do we do anything today in our trading about it? Absolutely not. But it's one of those things that it's worth watching. So quantum, just in general, long spiel here on quantum here, but I think it's always in play, and I think it's going to be in play for the next little while till we figure out who's actually winning, who's losing, which technology is working, which fails. Right now, it's all speculative. So play the speculation, take advantage of it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so again, tons of quantum stuff on there. Rigetti, I agree with you, seems to be the best one. I like that one.
Interesting question from Def here. He's in the chat room asking about how to use Atlas. So Atlas, Atlas is a completely sort of self-contained tool. It's not tied to your trading platform. You can use it no matter what trading platform you're using. Carlos and I have been using it all week here as it's been released, and it's helped make some decisions, right? It's given us information. Keep in mind, like any tool, it is just one of the tools in your toolbox, right? You can't completely rely on it to do everything, but it actually can give you some good insight as to where do the orders sit. What does that look like? You need to go back, and I personally think still use your charts, use your standard information to understand what price action looks like and how to take advantage of it. But it's another data set that I'm actually finding quite useful and quite interesting, and it provides all the functionality that the higher price tools out there do that I need. We've talked about this in the past. There's Bookmap and others. Bookmap does a very similar functionality, and it provides lots of extras. I don't use them. I don't need them. This gives me what I need in a much more effective package, because I can just run it on the web, and it's relatively low bandwidth, Carlos. I haven't really noticed it sucking up any resources, so I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's I like that as well. Here is Thor. Thor is using it this morning, so he just sent us this in chat. If you send something in the group chat, I'm assuming it's okay to share everybody. So here it is. Here's him using Atlas in his tablet. So good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
All right, excellent.
Actually, I hadn't even thought about that. We were talking about getting
save
an
a
extra screen, Carlos.
Yeah,
well, you
about
said,
that.
I could fire up my laptop and just run it on the side with that, because that's a good idea. I should, anyway.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, I need a monitor either way, but I'm trying to avoid getting one. I don't want more stuff and more cables to deal with, and then change something. Everything's working so great. I'm not trying to do any of that. But yeah, this is a great example. Tablet, I have one. All right. So on Quantum, to wrap that up, we're looking at RGTI. I think it's one, and then QUBT. I'm gonna put on my secondary. I think that's what I'm gonna go with there. All right, we'll stop here, Peter. The rest don't look all that crazy to me. We'll go to you. What else you like from the gap up list? There's a lot on here, but there's not a lot that looks great.
Yeah, well, Tesla, I think we've got to mention Tesla. Tesla has just been, it has been a mover this week. I think you and I both traded it long on Wednesday. Yesterday, so many of us in the room traded it short. I had such a great trade. And in both cases, I got out so early. I'm like, I left behind a $20 move yesterday. I left behind a $12 move up on Wednesday. Like it has been moving. Just rocking. So big down
Yeah.
day yesterday for Tesla. It gapped up early on. And it had a big push up right before they opened. If you remember, we were talking about this on their delivery numbers, and then but did sell off pretty much all day yesterday, but it moved. So yeah, Tesla absolutely top of my list just to keep an eye on it. Unfortunately, with that big move yesterday, today's likely to be an inside day. Look at that big candle, right? But an inside day, meaning that it's going to trade within the bounds of the high and low of yesterday, right? Within that candle.
Yeah.
Still, that's like what, a $40 range,
Yeah, I'm
almost
okay with that.
$35 range. Like there's a lot
Yeah.
of room in there. So
Yep, I like it.
yeah.
Tesla
So
on the
anyways,
list.
that's top of my list.
Anything else?
The other one gapping up this morning. I mean, just Nvidia. Always watching Nvidia. It's at all-time high territory here, right? Like look at this price, 189. Like, this thing is poised. Now it did break over 190 yesterday morning. Didn't stay there for very long. So it was just over it for a few seconds or a few minutes and then sold off again. Yeah, we'll see what today brings. Is it got enough to get back up there? Is it going to close the week at a new all-time high? Don't know, but I'll be watching to find out.
Yeah, for sure. Nvidia looks great. I'm gonna add that one to our list as well. All right, let's see what's capping down. It's a few more making company to
Oh yeah,
GameStop.
GME's got
Yeah,
some friends now. Yeah.
got some friends now. So let's look at GME first. Down today this morning, 4.2, 900,000 shares traded. As you can see here, daily's been a little bit more active than what we're normally used to seeing, right? This is usually normal activity for GameStop, not much going on. And then here in September, the month of September, we've been seeing a little more movement on the daily. Volume still not great, a little bit better. You can see it slightly there, but definitely getting a little more activity, Peter. And today we're dropping a bit, as you can see.
Oh man, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what the news is. I don't know. I mean, does every once in a while this thing just pops on our list? I nowadays I never quite know if there's news. I don't think there is. It's down 4%. I don't know. This whole company is just it's a little bit of a joke right now, isn't it? Did they issue more shares? Dan F says, or Jesse says dilution. I don't see that they might have issued more shares. That the company and the board certainly has done that quite a number of times, right? If the market's going to give them cash, they'll keep raking it in and then bonusing themselves for being brilliant. So oh look, they're apparently going to sell off some of their own stock. All right. Yeah, like I don't know. GameStop, it's been about the memishness of the stock. It's been about their cash raising. Very little of what's been happening on the stock has been about what's been happening with their core business. And we've talked about that in the past. So if you visit a GameStop store, congratulations, you're one of the few. But it's crazy. Like I don't know. Look, I don't have kids in the house, so but when's the last time you've been to a shopping mall, Carlos? Like an actual mall?
Yeah. Well,
Have you been recently? Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
like maybe 2 weeks ago, or
Yeah.
so. Yeah,
Yesterday,
yep,
Mike went yesterday. Jesse says 10 minutes ago. All right. So I guess it depends. Like I honestly
yeah.
can't remember. For me, it's been a couple of months. And even there, I specifically dropped into like one store, did that, left. I didn't shop them all. I can't even remember why I was there. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I agree. I do
Yeah.
everything
Oh,
online. I
people
mean, I'm
at
telling you,
Sears.
I was shocked with that number. And we got some time because this gappers list is not looking all that hot right now. I was shocked with the numbers you gave us about the amount of sales that don't happen in retail. You know, you remember that you had the comparison
Hmm.
between online sales and
Oh
brick
yeah.
and mortar, and it was like only like 16% was online or something. It was a
Yeah.
ridiculously low number. I would have
Yeah.
never thought that. But once you put in groceries, I remember that you put in groceries makes perfect sense because man, groceries just getting more expensive. Like my
Yeah.
wife just went, she got like 6 bags. We're looking at $360, and she's gonna go back again probably this weekend. So it's getting crazy, man. So yeah, wild. I better get some Tesla trays in here, pay for this stuff. All right, let's see how it goes
And
here.
they're yeah,
Yeah.
it's fascinating to me. Like my wife came home yesterday and she said, "Hey, guess what? They gave us this coupon where you get 1 month of free grocery pickup, right? So where you can like, you just go and get your basket online and you click the thing and then you just drive your car and they'll load it into the back of your car so you don't have to do the shopping yourself, right? So, and I'm
Oh,
like, I don't
nice.
know, like I like
But
to
free,
pick my
like the
own.
service free, you pay for it, and the service is free.
The service is free because normally they charge a little fee for that, a couple of bucks or whatever, right? So they're doing that. Apparently they're waiving it for the next month so you can do it. So they're actually encouraging people to let have you use their shoppers. I mean, I want to pick my own eggs and make sure that none of them are broken and get my own vegetables and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
but I guess, I mean, if I was just getting a bunch of like cereals and frozen stuff and whatever, then why not? Saves me going into
Yeah.
the store,
Yeah.
having to
No,
elbow
we
through
done the
people.
online delivery, not even the pickup, the online delivery.
Yeah.
And man, there's some places that are like 24 hours. They'll come like at 10 o'clock at night. Like we're putting the kids down and we're like, okay, let's just order. We'll get here when we're done dropping the kids in bed. And we done that. They've done pretty good. But you're right. Not everything. It's something
Yeah.
you want to order through there. So I agree with that.
Yeah. And then you get
Let's,
substitutions every once in a while, like they didn't have the thing you want, and you get something else.
yeah.
What the hell's this? Yeah,
Yeah.
anyways, but
Yeah. Little
yeah,
surprise.
well, you know what? I mean, it's not perfect, but anyways, my point was they're encouraging that. They seem to be pushing it, and it's definitely getting more popular. Where it seemed like a crazy thought, more people are doing it as a matter of course. Hell, I wouldn't have thought. I mean, hey, it's just my wife and I now, and we're used to running a household of 5 people. So we started doing a lot of those online food kit things, and it actually it's not. It makes sense to a certain degree because it has just enough food for the two of us. I don't have to think about a meal. I hate cooking. I hate it, but I can follow a recipe, right? So just give me the instructions, step one, step two, step three, good. Then I can make a meal that I'd never be able to do on my own. So,
I agree. I agree.
and
You give me
and
instructions, I'm good.
yeah. So, anyways, my wife hates that. She's like a freestyler.
Oh, yeah. I
She's
don't like the
I call her the
freestylers,
MacGyver of
man.
the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
You can give her like
Uh,
a garlic clove and a pinch of salt, and suddenly there's a
mm.
meal. And I'm like, I don't know how this happened, but
I
she
don't
made it
like the
work. So,
freestylers because then I ask them, so how you did this? Oh, just do a little bit of that, a little bit of that. I'm like, what is a little bit
oh
of what? Like I can't follow
yeah,
that. You know,
I
give me
that's
measurements.
my
I got
that's
a
my
I
wife
got a
and my
tablespoon here. I got a cup measuring.
you
Give me
see,
measurements. I don't know
Carlos.
what measures are.
I
Just do a
agree.
little
I go to
bit.
my mother-in-law, and
Yeah.
she was doing that the other day because she has all these vegetables from her garden. She said, "Oh, you could make like what we call pickles. Anybody know what pickles is? Anyways, it's like a spicy cabbage and onions and peppers, and you put it all in vinegar. Anyway, you just add vinegar and you do this and that, and you put these in it. It's so easy. It's super easy. But and like my brain is going, how much vinegar? How much? Like I need to know. She's like, you just put enough. Come on, you put the right amount. And I'm like,
I,
I have no idea what the right amount. Or she'll give me recipes all the time, which is, well, you just throw 2 handfuls in. I'm like, whose hand? Your hand? My hand? Like a full handful, or what I can close my fist around? Like, what's a handful? I don't know. And she's like, stop being. You just put the right amount in. And she said, well, then you taste it and you know if it tastes right. I'm like, I don't know. I can't do any of that. It drives me crazy. Anyways, I really appreciate people that can cook well. There's my rant for today. Yeah, there you go. I really appreciate people that can cook well, and especially they're intuitive with it, because I just can't do that. And like you said, I need a recipe. Give me the recipe. I can follow the steps along the way. And my wife hates
Yeah.
following those food recipes because she won't follow the steps. And then at the end, she's got like three ingredients left over, and she's like, "Oh, well, I made it the way I thought it should be made." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, if you're not going to follow the rules, then this is your own meal." But, anyways, yeah.
Facts. Facts. Just eye it, Peter. Just eye it. What we are going to eye right now is Roblox.
All right.
Roblox is dropping here 5%. It's made it to the top of the list out of nowhere here. 244,000 shares traded, but this definitely looks news related given how much movement we have right now. Now, as you guys know, I like Roblox. When it's in play, it trades very well. So, Peter, let's get the news on this. Not sure what it is. Just made it to my list. I am going to add it to my primary list here. Hopefully, we get more volume, but man, when it trades well, we had some good luck with Roblox. So I like what I'm seeing here right now.
Well, it's more about rumors out there as to what is happening in this market segment. So they would be in the online gaming segment, or the game development segment, if you will. And as you know, there's been a couple of big deals recently, right? So remember Activision, we used to trade. They were sold to Microsoft a while back. Electronic Arts is being sold to, I think it's a Dubai-based private investment consortium. Was it Dubai or Qatar? Anyways, wherever it was Saudi. It was Saudi. Okay. Anyways, but they're going private. Bottom line, there's been a couple of these companies that are going private. So the speculation is this the direction that this market segment is going, and is Roblox next? Roblox has not made any statement to confirm nor deny that. But they're not alone. Take-Two Entertainment is also being brought up in the conversation. TTWO, right, which is another one that we would occasionally trade in the past. Are they going to be going private? Roblox, like I said, in the conversation here. But it could be viable. Both of these are viable because both of them essentially have they're single product lines, right? They've got other stuff that they do, but we know what Roblox is known for, right? Their Roblox platform.
Yeah.
And Take-Two Entertainment is really their single largest product by far is the Grand Theft Auto series, the GTA stuff. So, so that's the type of company that would be ripe for a takeover because it's easy to understand and value them, right? Because it's all based on sort of a single franchise. So, Carlos, Roblox. Tough to say whether this is going to move today. I mean, if the Roblox comes out and makes a statement against these unfounded rumors, we could see some great movement on this today. Or if something definitive comes out, then that might be the case. I really don't expect that to happen today. It just feels like people are speculating more than anything concrete.
I agree. And you can see it on the volume too. The volume is only 256,000. We definitely need a lot more than that. Actually, it should be, as much as I like Roblox, it should be more on a secondary for now until we get more volume, right? So I like this drop here. We're down almost 5% and continuing, but we need to see good volume at the market open. All right, heading back to our gappers list brought to you by tradingterminal.com, friends. And if you missed it, earlier today we announced that prices will be going up tomorrow or this evening. I think this evening because nobody works Saturdays. But so sign up. Nobody works Saturdays. So like at
I thought
6
everybody's
o'clock.
working for the weekend. That's what the song.
Why? What's in? No. The song lied to you.
The song.
No. It lied to you. So 59. It is 59. Last days today. You can sign up and you can be grandfather in. And there's so much value you're going to be getting in here. So definitely take a look at that if you're interested. Sign up. Highly recommend it. Don't email me tomorrow. Hey Carlos, I'm trying to sign up and now the price is this and that 99. No. I can't help you tomorrow. I can't help you. So if you like it, sign up now. Don't wake up tomorrow trying to sign up. It's going to be a little bit tougher. So don't email me. Impossible. There you go. See, it's impossible for me to change the system. So Andrew's confirming that. All right, friends. What else? What else we have here? We looked at games. We looked at Roblox. Two more on the list. UEC. What is this? UEC Uranium Energy. this is probably not going to trade well, but it's here today. It's down 3.7, 1.2 million shares traded, sitting on the American Stock Exchange, which I typically don't trade stocks on there. The only ticker I know that you can actually trade, okay, is the SPY. There's some other ones, but this one I don't like, Peter. I'm not a fan of it. Peter's on mute. You can't hear you, Peter. There you go.
You can't hear
there
me.
It is.
And
there it is.
All that brilliance lost. I think we've seen this on the list before. It's Uranium Energy Corp. It's just part of the rare earth minerals conversation. There's a lot of interest, I guess, in this segment, of course, as the U.S. has stated, and it is of critical importance, right, to all sorts of products, from military, equipment and weapons, to, of course, the chips and stuff that we rely on for everyday life. So you need all of this underlying tech and stuff. And uranium, of course, is also part of the nuclear conversation. They did announce that they're down, though, this morning, as they announced that they've got a secondary offering. They're taking advantage of all of this hype to issue another 15.5 million shares. What's their current float? Well, 453 million. So this is not a huge offering considering the size of their float, but still, anything that you issue out there is somewhat dilutive.
Yep. Last but not least on here is ASTS. I don't like this one, by the way, so I'm going to skip through it. ASTS had a big day yesterday. You can see here 58 or so, all the way to 66.84, and dropping back down a little bit. AST Space Mobile. Peter.
Yeah, we didn't get that echo going yet, did we? So
I know we had to get that echo. Yeah, maybe I'll work this weekend for once and get that echo in. And the comments in chat, friends. So I'm not saying that nobody works weekend, meaning as you guys, meaning at BBT. Because they were like, wait, I work weekends. I'm like, oh, I'm not saying I know people work weekends.
Offended everybody.
No, I'm not offending you. And weekends are great if you want to get some work in. But our developers are gonna need some rest after Andrew Spin. Getting all this goodies to you guys, right? So, but yeah, can be changed after that. So yeah, I know people work weekends. But go ahead, Peter. Talk to us about your AST stock here.
If you remember, the big news is here about that they're increasing their deployments. They're going to be deploying a couple of satellites a month all the way through this and next year, and they're bringing the real space mobile is coming to a phone near you. And in fact, I got an email yesterday from my service provider here in Canada that I get free beta trial access for the next couple of months to their mobile satellite technology service. I honestly am not quite sure what that means. They said I don't have to do anything. I'm just automatically signed up, and it will not auto renew, so I won't get charged at the end. But then, of course, there will be a fee eventually if you want to do that. But hey, I'm going out to the backwoods this weekend, where typically you don't get good coverage. I want to see if these satellites kick in and it works. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
I'll see what happens. But imagine having just mobile internet and phone service anywhere in the world without having to do anything. It's all from the satellite. That's basically what the promise is. That's what they're looking to put in place. And they're in competition, of course, as we all know, right? Elon's got his own system. We've got a number of, I have no idea what Rogers is using, which is who I'm with for my business phone here. But, and then, of course, you've got AST Space Mobile. So, space. So, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's happening.
It sure is. All right, friends, that's our gappers list. Again, not a whole lot coming up from here, so I'll be looking at some usual suspects. I do have Tesla, Nvidia, and Rigetti on my list, so that's what I'm going with. Peter, before we hop off the gappers list, anything you like this morning that you want to go over?
You know what? Microsoft, I had a sort of surprise move midday yesterday, as it just had a sudden drop. That got my attention. I tried to watch to see if I could take advantage of that, but there wasn't really much I could do. By the time I saw it, that move had been over, but it got my attention. Apple, I notice, is gapping down against a lot of things, and Google's been in play this week more than it normally is. It's also gapping down this morning. So I think all of those might be worth watching. Another one that's been a little tougher to trade, Carlos. I don't think even you have paid a lot of attention to PLTR this week.
Yeah, yeah.
We were getting, it was one of your favorites for a little bit, and I understand why. I feel like it's gone back into a chop mode. The volume is still there. It's still getting good volume, but it's been more difficult to trade. So
Yeah.
it's also gapping down. So I don't know if they're going to yield good trades or not, but it might be worth keeping an eye on. And yeah, that's about it. To me, right now, it's about the stuff gapping up. Quantum is ripping here this morning, and we already talked about Rigetti, and you can pick whichever other ones you want. QUBT, I see you've got on your list there too, Carlos. Uh, so guys, Quantum's good. I think Tesla is been in play all week and worth watching, and Nvidia. So those are top of my list, and then we'll have to see what else happens.
Absolutely. All right, friends. Let's stop here again. It's gonna be let's see what's in play type day at the market open, right? So our list not heavy right now, which is okay. Listen, I could start my weekend right now. We had such a great week. It's been just unbelievable. We can't ask for any more. So let's see what happens.
USAR that we mentioned earlier, Carlos. These two, I have to admit, I like them more than I thought I would. The USAR and Resolve RZLV.
Yeah,
they both are. They're both
let's add them
pretty well here.
Let's add them.
I don't know if I'm skeptical about the trading opportunities they're going to deliver, but they look good right now.
They do look good. I'm gonna add both of them. We have space today, right? Usually on a regular day we wouldn't have the space to watch these two, but we have the space. So let's put them on there. They're in play, and let's see if we find opportunities. But we won't force anything. That's for sure. All right, friends, let's get over to bearwithtraders.com and we can see what's happening for the next 2 weeks. But today we're going to focus on Friday and what's taking place today.
Yeah, so it's Friday, which means it's a lighter day always in our community. We don't have any scheduled webinars for our Bearable Trading members. However, if you've signed up for a future boot camp, so our next boot camp would start, we're a third of the way through the current boot camp, and the next one, telephone, make it stop. The next one will start in January 2026. So if you're interested in that, then you should sign up. Don't wait. Sign up now so that you make sure you get a spot. And you can then attend the webinar that Mike is hosting at noon today. That really gives you sort of a way to understand how you can get the most value out of the boot camp. It's pretty intense when you get into it, as anybody who's currently going through the boot camp can attest to, or anybody that's completed it. There's a lot of stuff. We throw all sorts of material and homework and assignments and learning opportunities and webinars and live trading, and oh my god, it goes on. Like it's a very intensive course. So the more you can get ahead of that work, the better. The best way to do that is join the prep meeting that happens at noon. Again, you should have an email from Mike that will tell you how to get access to that and make it function. If you wanted to join us at Bearable Traders, then go to the website, bearabletraders.com. You can scroll down and see the membership options. Or if you just want data, then tradingterminal.com is the place to go. Now, it's really sort of a one fee for all of the paid services. That we said that rate is going up apparently midnight tonight or whenever it is, later tonight. Yeah, if you want access to the Atlas we've been talking about, which is a great data volume visualization tool in the market. If you want the scanners that we use pre-market, that's also part of what you would get with your trading terminal subscription. So that's a database subscription, and you get access to the paid functions of trading terminals. So it's well worth getting in now, because this is the lowest price it's ever going to be as Andrew gets this out ready for prime time, and it's a very competitive price. Let me tell you, that price that you pay more than that for any one of the individual tools, and it's already incorporated some big functionality from a couple of other tools out there that would be much more expensive independently, let alone the combined value that you get. So consider it.
Absolutely. All right, friends, let's get some levels in here and we'll get ready for the market open. I have Rigetti on deck. Rajat Thakur, welcome to the Lamberts and Garbage Truck family, my friend. Good to have you. So yeah, let's start here. Rigetti, big day yesterday on the daily here. As you can see, high of the pre-market, we're looking at 37.96. Towards the bottom, we are looking, scroll. Love the pre-market, 36.10. So we'll put a level there as well. Are we all-time highs on Rigetti? Yeah, Yeah, we definitely are. So nothing to see above that 37.96. That is your all-time highs there. That's also your pre-market high, obviously. So every level towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. There are a couple on here that are not marked that are worth putting on there in case we do decide to drop 34.35. And then you got a big one here around 32.65. You can see it's a lot of touches, a lot of days slamming into this. You definitely want to have that down there, 32.65. All right, that's Rigetti. Next on the list is going to be Tesla. So Tesla this morning, again, just a crazy drop yesterday. Crazy move up and then down here after the delivery numbers were released. 444.99. All right, 444.99 is the high of the pre-market there, and then 440.18 is the low, and then you're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. Previous day closers to bottom doing their job there, and then here we do have 450.83. It's a great area as well. Two that we normally don't look at, RZLV. These tickers are usually not on our list, but today's one of those days where we could watch them. They are clearly in play, guys. Up 10%, 5.5 million shares traded. The float on this one is 79 million shares flow. So it's not a low flow, but again, just be careful, right? Be careful on it. 712 is the high of the pre-market. Above that, we do have an area right at 740. And right up here, so this is a minor one. 771 is a minor one. 740 is the big one. As you can see, we have all the touches there on the daily. So that's the real level you want to be on the lookout for. Towards the bottom, you have your lows. You have your previous day close. It's all down here. But there's this level that's not being marked by any of our automated levels. It's around 6666. Well, we'll make it 6665. We don't need any backlog today. We don't need nothing to mess up the great week we're having. So we'll go 664.99. All right.
You don't invoke the bad luck, eh?
Nah, why we want to do that for? Let's not. Why risk anything? Whether you believe in it or not, doesn't matter. But we're just not gonna push our luck here. We're having a great week. All right, 664 is a great level here. You can see how many touches we have there. It is perfect. It's like the seat 13, right? On the airplanes, they don't have 13, which I didn't know 13 was a thing, but it is a thing. And if you go on the plane, you look for 13, it's not there. But it's still, if it's 14, physically it's 13. I think. Yeah, do you think the myth knows that that you labeled it wrong? You're still 13.
I don't know.
Like, come on, man.
That's always confused me, the whole number thing.
So you just because you labeled it doesn't mean it's not 13. This is a 13 row, hey, buddy. Yeah.
So I'm many cultures believe in lucky numbers, unlucky numbers. Like Carlos, it's a thing. But I whatever.
When you get on the plane, count the rows, and when you get to 13, hey, you're sitting in 13 and not 14. Let them know and see what happens. I mean, it's just I don't understand it, but it is what it is. All right, let's continue here. This one heavily in play, guys. Tons of volume, love it. USAR as well in play, up 15%. Again, 2 typical stocks that we normally don't look at. But we'll see. We'll keep them on deck today and see what we can get out of them. 26.48 is the high of the pre-market, and also 24.04 is the low of the pre-market. Be very careful with these last 2 I mentioned there. Again, typically not our usual traders, but again, heavily in play. I mean, look at USAR. It's just big day yesterday and trying to continue this morning with 3.3 million shares traded. All right, Peter, less than 7 minutes to the market open. Tell us what our team is watching, and then Andrew and Brian up next trading live with you guys.
Oh, yeah. Let's go quick, guys, and see what our mods are going to be watching. We've talked about what we're looking at. Let's start with Andrew, who's going to be on Trading Live. He's going to be watching USAR, which we've talked about, QBTS, Rigetti, RGTI, and AMD. He's also going to keep his usual suspects, Tesla and Nvidia, on watch. Mike is just watching Tesla. Let me go back to the top here. Jared is going to be watching RGTI, the Rigetti. And Plug, not one we talked about. Eamon's got a potential long in Tesla he's looking for. Thor's going to be watching Market Atlas, as well as Tesla and AMD. Brendan's got RGTI, AMD, Nvidia, QUBT, and Tesla, so a lot of familiar names there. I've got the usuals and RZLV. We've talked about USAR and Rigetti. Phil's also watching Rigetti. We seem like we all got an eye on Rigetti today. Apple, Tesla, Amazon, and Nvidia. I've got a potential IPO and SPAC to let you know about if and when they open, and we'll see what happens, guys. It's a Friday. I'm hoping. I'm hopeful. It's going to be good. So we got 5 minutes to the open. let's get the room live and going here. I know Andrew's ready to go. I trust that. I haven't seen Brian yet. I'm not sure if Brian's out there or maybe Gary's sitting in for him. One or the other. We'll have the live traders in the chat room. Carlos and I, of course, going nowhere. We're sticking with you here. So let's get this show on the road.
All right, there it is. See Andrew hopping on. Friends in chat, have a great trading day again. Keep it simple this Friday, okay? Let's end the week good. Take care, guys. All right, we're going to continue here on YouTube. And here we go. Let's just switch everything over. Boom. 1 minute here. 5 minute here. And we'll get ready to rock and roll. Let's get Andrew on this screen over here. So, Peter, light day for us as far as watch list goes.
Yeah, a little bit. You know what? And I'm going to go get my laptop and I'm going to set up.
Oh, you're going to do
actually,
that? Yeah,
I'm going to set up another screen. Yeah. To watch the Atlas and see how that goes. I'm going to see how that works.
I'm going to get my tablets over there. When you come back, I'll get mine. And we'll put it. Yeah.
I was going to mention, I have to stand up in front of you guys. And I came back from my run and didn't have time to change. I got to say, this is a shirt. I love this shirt. I've got a couple of these actually that are identical that I earned running these Spartan races. But Carlos, they hold on to like the sweat odor, and then as soon as you actually go out and use them to exercise, it reactivates. And thank God you guys don't have smell-o-vision, because I'm not liking myself right now.
You're reeking.
Yeah, I reek over here. So is that TMI? Did you guys need to know that? Probably not. Anyways, but you're welcome.
You're good, my friend.
All right, let's get ready for the open. We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes to the open, friends. As Peter goes and gets his tablet for Atlas, we're gonna get all set up over here. I'm doing the same thing too. So Thor mentioned that Bookmap does not work on a tablet. That's insane. How can you not work on a tablet? You know, gotta work on tablets. That's the new thing now. It's gotta be mobile. Like if I was Dash Trader Pro, I'll be working on how to get this mobile. It's the new world, man. It's the new world. I hope they're working on that. It should. It'll be nice to be able to trade with Dash on a tablet, right? And I don't know why they don't work on Apple products. Like if I'm Dash, I'll be working 24/7 to get that thing on DAS computers, Apple iPads, Samsung iPads. Like that's the new world, man. It's a new world. You got to evolve, or somebody's gonna come and do it. And yeah, for mobile, but it's horrible, Tyson, for mobile. Their mobile app is you can manage a position with it, but you can't really trade. It's not user friendly at all, you know. And none of them really are for like a mobile as far as a phone. Like Thinkorswim has the best mobile app there is. I love them. It's incredible. The charts, everything is so good. If you don't have Thinkorswim for mobile, it's amazing. They did it right. And they've been like that for years, right? They've been ahead of this. So you could watch the charts pretty nice. It's so good. But DAS is, they're really behind on that mobile stuff. And I get it. They don't cater to those people, but you got to think ahead. You know, after us old school timers are out, guess who's coming in? The new school, and they're gonna need. they're not gonna own computers. They're gonna own just these and tablets. So jump on it. Don't be a Blockbuster. You know, be a Netflix. Evolve. All right, let's.
Oh, we got a minute.
Yeah, let's do it, baby.
I gotta.
All right, Rigetti, front and center. What happened, Peter? You trying to hook it up?
Yeah, well, my trading terminal on my laptop is not the premium plan for whatever reason. So, all right, we're going to stick with it over here so that I can see it. All right, what are we going to trade at the open, guys? I got less than 30 seconds to make some decisions here. Going to watch Tesla because just Tesla's been moving at the open all week, so why not? I don't know what else. I got Rigetti on the screen. We'll see what it does. This USAR. I don't know.
Man, Roblox continues to drop. Another low on Roblox. I mean, this is down 6.5.
Here's the opening bell, everybody.
Yep. There it is. All right, all right.
See what we get. Getty. I'm gonna put hood down here, and I'm gonna put.
All right, looking for a 1 minute engulfing pattern. That's my favorite strategy before the 3 minute mark. And after 3 minutes, we'll be looking for any good sales for 5 minute RB or any VWAP breakout. So again, patience, patience.
Oh no. Oh no, come on.
Patience, patience. Easy, Peter, easy. Okay. Control it, control it.
I know. I think I've chased this. That's not good. You don't want to be chasing this too much. I'm watching Nvidia.
Which one?
I was looking at Nvidia for a pop up to the VWAP and then a sell off, but I chased it here and got a horrible fill. And
it might still be. Let's see. There, come on. Go on to the previous day close.
You might still be good.
Yeah. Share your screen so we can see it when you get a chance.
Oh yeah.
Focus on the trade. Focus on the trade first. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Focus on the trade.
Where is the Zoom thing?
This engulfing pattern here under the VWAP, I don't love as much. I still think this is a good, not a great setup.
Oh
right?
my!
So be careful. Oof, look at this thing go.
Oh my! Look! Oh my God! Look at that! Look at that pop on Nvidia! Wow, that's
I see that.
Yikes!
SPY is going higher. Good buddy Gary's trading with Andrew today. That's right. Brian is traveling. So Gary's trading the open. Nvidia could be a good breakout, Peter. Staying above the big up like this.
It could be. I despite this big pop, I went in with such a small size because it was really just a tentative open trade. I've got lots of room on this. Over 190 is my stop. So I've actually, I'm like
will you add if you see weakness here?
Oh, I've already added into it. So yeah, I mean I'm hoping this is just a temporary pop, but if it keeps going, of course, then I'll have to get out. But
yeah.
In fact, I've added a whole bunch of times because I have such a small size. Yeah. Won't be good for me if it pops up, but hey, if I get stopped out, then I get stopped out. So be it. Let's see what we do. Nvidia usually gets, if it pops like this, that's not a good sign for a short. It usually gets support and can hold on to it. Yeah, just like it's doing now. Again, I'm going to hold on here through 190. If it gets to 190 and keeps going, I'll have to just accept the loss, but otherwise, I'm going to just keep on hanging on here.
Yeah, yep. Man, RZLV, I like a possible breakout here, but I don't have a strategy.
Well,
so I'm not going to jump on it.
There's the 190.
I like this for a long.
Believe it or not, I didn't realize how small of a size I took that I'm able to add in all these. These are actually all ads. Crazy.
Oh wait, we don't have you up.
That's all right. You don't have to look at it. It's not a pretty trade. Don't pay attention to me.
Don't do as I'm doing.
Pay no attention to me. Don't look at this. Yeah. Yeah. This is not how I'd recommend trading.
RZLV. Let's see, guys. Maybe a good 5 minute
I'm still
RB
within
here.
My risk parameters.
Yeah. You know what, Peter? I think you're good if it can. Oh, it's up off the VWAP again. Oh man, yeah. If it keeps holding the VWAP here, it gets dangerous. But let's see. It's early to tell. It can go either way here. Come on. RZLV, wait for us. Pull back. It was a 5 minute RB. It's not going to do it. It was a great fallen angel, actually. A little bit of a drop here into the pre-market, into the market open, and the pop. Oh man, it's gone. It's gone. If you guys took it, congrats. But I was waiting for an actual setup, and I didn't get it, so this thing is gone. Shame.
I only got this one last ad in me. Then I have to admit defeat.
Yeah, Mr. Solution. I have the 150. I forget the name of it, but I have the 150 a month subscription with DAS. I don't have anything fancy. 150 get the level 2. I know that some people have the 200. I just have the 151. And okay, Rigetti. All right, let's see Rigetti VWAP breakout. Possible VWAP breakout. Possible 5-minute engulfing. So let's see what happens here. We need it above the VWAP though. I'm feeling antsy, like I need to trade, but I gotta calm down. You don't need to trade. I feel like I need to be in something. Yeah, I'm feeling the pressure.
Yeah,
like
I hear you.
Like a lot of stuff is
Don't
moving,
feel that pressure.
and you haven't done anything. I gotta relax. So I gotta relax. And this coffee is definitely not helping, but so good, so good. All right. Man, RZLV pulling back here. A possible 5-minute breakout is so extended. Level 2 looks decent. Some orders at 7:30. Wow, Tesla went the other way. I'm missing everything, and I'm missing everything because I'm just not catching it fast enough. Because this was a beautiful breakdown here, beautiful BWAP breakdown on Tesla. 5-minute ORB, tons of pressure on the 5-minute chart. So you see that? Tons of pressure. Just not seeing things fast enough. Nvidia, Peter, how you doing with Nvidia? It looks like it's
not good. I don't like the look of this pattern. I mean, really, it's just to be a total luck trade if it does drop. My break even is now VWAP, but it's right at my target, and it just hit a new high. So like I'm really at the limit of where I need to stop out of this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
and it looks like it wants to go higher. There you go. Okay, so I got to get out. I'm out. So that didn't work out. So yeah, so I'm all out of Nvidia. That did not work out. Weird trade for me. Very strange profile in that trade, but I ended up taking a much smaller size than I thought I did initially, which is so I just kept adding little tiny bits into it.
Yep.
And it just never played out. But what are we getting? Where are we going here? It looks like the market wants to move a little bit higher.
Go higher,
Apple
man.
just went green.
Yeah. I'm looking at Rigetti here, 5-minute engulfing, and you also have a VWAP pattern happening. So I'm looking at both. Let's see. So I'm looking to possibly go Rigetti long here. So I just want to wait. Want to wait if. Oh man, we got so long to go for the next candle. That's 40 seconds. A long time. That's a long time. Come on. Pull back. Then go. Pull back. Easy. Easy. Pull back. All right. Damn it.
I got a lot of orders. Yeah, a lot of topside orders here on Nvidia.
Yeah, Apple's gone, man. Apple's nice trend. Come on, Rigetti. Can't chase it up here. You need a good entry and just can't chase it up here.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Wow. Man, this is
Nvidia's in a funny spot.
Kyle, nah, man. It's all about it sucks, but you gotta wait for the confirmation, man. I have to wait for the confirmation. I'm not doing it. Just can't. It's even if it works out, It is what it is. The confirmation is going to save you so much money when you stick to your rules, stick to your setups. It's going to save you money. Trust me. And yeah, Rigetti, you know, it's pulling back now. But if it would have kept going and I don't trade my trade, then what am I doing? Right? What am I doing? I'm gambling if I do that. And I don't want to gamble. I want to be strategic and on my moves here. So, Rigetti, let's see. All right, so this is a good pullback. All right, breakout, pullback. Let's see if we can hold the VWAP, and then we're gonna go long if we get the confirmation breakout here. So it's good. I like Rigetti long, guys. It's nice. So we gotta wait for the setup. I could have taken it as a 5-minute engulfing here, but it was just. I hesitated. It was right below the VWAP at that time, not really engulfing all the way, so didn't like it as much. So that's why I'm waiting for the VWAP breakout setup here. Let's see if it happens, and it's not. It's collapsing. Ooh, oh wow. Damn.
Yeah, we got the market just
okay, what's happening? Yeah. How can we join this party? Oh, Nvidia might be the best one for this party here, man. Look at that. So below the VWAP right now, this might be the best player. Are you? And let me guess, you're out, Peter. You're out.
No. Oh yeah, I had to get out, and then it didn't really give a signal before this. I mean, it's a good drop. This would have put me back into the green, actually, where the price is right now. But I couldn't hold. You know, I couldn't reasonably hold through that.
Of course. All right. SPY is dropping. Do we have enough room to maybe go to the low of the day on Nvidia? I guess it all depends on what the SPY wants to do next.
Yeah.
So my thinking right now is VWAP breakdown on Nvidia, but eyes on the Qs and SPY. So I'm thinking for a short towards the low of the day. We got to go now, actually. So I'm going to go short now. Hold on, wait. Now? Or wait. Yeah. Let's... I'm looking at the SPY just to make sure. I want to make sure that the SPY is not going to do anything crazy here. All right, here it is. What are we doing? Oh, good decision, Carlos. Wait. And let's see. See, SPY's playing games. SPY's playing games.
Yeah.
Like this is a good short setup here, but if the SPY shoots up, it kills the entire view at breakdown. All right, let's see. All right, so short Nvidia, stop loss above the view 189.90ish. Right, so between there we got to get out.
Oh, that's the same. That's the same short I just took, Carlos, with the same stop area. So
yeah, good.
I'm glad
we're seeing the same thing. Yeah, I'm glad we're seeing the same thing. So let's see. The issue here it becomes the SPY. If the SPY doesn't cooperate, then we get into trouble.
Exactly.
But the setup is there. I want to target the low of the day, if I can, right over here. But we'll take some partials on the way down, depending how the price action is. Why didn't you take it above, aka around the VWAP? No, because that's not my strategy, right? Like, yeah, now we could look and say, hey, I could have taken it once it broke the VWAP here. But unfortunately, that's not my strategy, right? The strategy is to break down the pullback, the confirmation, you jump in, right? So I got to trade it on this strategy. Now, this particular play, you know, the SPY has a lot to do with it because the only reason why we're getting this play is because of the SPY. Right, so we got to make sure we're looking at that. And then as far as that goes, let's see how Atlas looks on Nvidia. Friends, just a reminder, tradingterminal.com. Today's the last day to sign up for $59 a month, and you get everything, Atlas, scanners, a simulator, funded account for 3 months, funded account for 90 days. So it's so much stuff you're going to get there. So definitely take advantage. You'll be grandfathered in as long, you just can't cancel your account. You cancel your account, you cancel your membership, you come back, and it's going to be higher. So you got to keep your membership active. But tomorrow or tonight is going up to 99 for sure. So if you like it, enjoy it, take advantage. There are tutorials on Atlas. They're working on it right now. Today there'll be a video uploaded by Nathan, who is our expert when it comes to Atlas and bookmap and all that stuff. So he is going to upload a video today on this. But it's the same as bookmap. So if you search bookmap 101 on YouTube, if you learn that, it's the exact same thing, ideally. So if you want to get the basics down now, you don't want to wait, you can do that. So, all right. So Atlas is showing us a bunch of orders at the bottom, Peter, here. 51,000 at a 188. So that definitely looks heavier towards the downside. I'm hoping that can drag the price. Right now, not looking good above trying to get above the VF, hopefully not. We'll stop out 189.90. We don't want to go in above that. We don't want to go in above the VF, but that's our stop just in case we have to give it a little bit of room. Exactly, Lucian. Same as bookmap. And I like what you put there after, but better. I like that. You said it, not me. Love it. All right. Come on, Nvidia. Give in to the sell. And go lower.
Give in to the sell. Yeah.
Is there any book to learn Atlas? There's no books. I mean, knowing the fundamentals of the level 2 helps, right? The supply and demand. And we have great videos on that that you can look at on YouTube. So understand the supply and demand of level 2. You still want to know the basics of that and what's involved with the level 2 itself. And the level 2, I'm talking about this guy right over here, right? This guy, level 2. So you want to understand the supply and demand on this. And then this is a visualization, right? And also the history. This is what you don't get. See this history that stays here? That's nice. You want that history. See, there it is. So now we're starting a new history here. And if it goes away, it comes blank, but you have the history on what took place there, right? Which is nice to see. Especially when a stock is moving. Right now we're not moving much in Nvidia. How do I get more levels here? 1,000? There we go. No, that's not it. Here. There it is. More levels. Oh man, we got. Oh, I don't know about this Nvidia trade. We got some huge stuff.
There's a lot.
191.
Yeah, there's a lot of orders up top.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough trade. I'm not sure about this one now.
I mean, I saw that going into it, but it did ignore those on the drop. Now that was, as you said, that drop was aided by the market. So we really need the SPY to help us out here. We need
the SPY to drop things. Trading terminal price is going to change. Yes, it is. Tonight is going up to $99. So if you want to join, you gotta. If you want to join, be grandfather in. Oh, look at that. Last day membership, $59. Price going up tomorrow. ChatGPT.
All right, we're getting to a good point where...
hold on. Let's pay attention here.
I'm going to take a partial here.
Hold on, Peter, don't bail yet. Let's drop.
I'm just taking some off. Hopefully... we're at a level, we're at that R1 level, and... just below where we bounced on that big drop. So that's why I wanted to take some off. So I just did.
That makes sense.
Take a little off there.
Past R1. This is my R1. I want to get a little more if I can.
Yeah, the previous day close would be a great place to, well, the low of day is right close to the previous day close. To see what we can get down here, but
see, friends, do you guys join this trade too? As well, you guys take this? Are you partially now? Or are you waiting? I would like to know. See how people trade. It's good to know people are doing their thing. Or did you take it earlier? Did you have another strategy you took here? Get out. Oh, you got out of break even? Oh man, your stop was too tight, or Cali didn't take it. Went on Apple. Apple's
Must
a
have.
good one. It's nice. UBT. I look at both. Morpheus, SPY, and the Qs. Right, the all sentiment. Qs will be more on the tech thing, but the overall sentiment is they're pretty close. When they're moving, so pretty close, pretty close. But usually SPY is the one I have up. Okay. I want to wait for the low of the day.
I 189. I see some orders at 189 here. That's obviously on the order book. That's where they sit too. So I'm gonna take some off when we get there, if we can get there.
Yeah. I'll be ready for that too.
I'm thinking this is fighting though a lot. Like
yeah, it is, man.
It's
fighting in a way that it looks snappy, like it would just snap back to the VWAP, right?
Exactly.
I don't like that. So here's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for this 189. Aiming for this 189, just like you said, Peter. I want to go pick up some of those people there if we can. It'd be great. Just above the previous day close, we see this line. This group of people stranded there. Let's go get them. Come on, Nvidia.
Yeah. And it's doing this without market support because the SPY and the Qs are still holding here. So as long as we don't get any strong movement on, I mean, a good strong movement down would be very helpful. As long as we don't get any big, well, like unfortunately the Qs are popping up. Oh no, and the SPY, they're both popping right now. Come on, that's not what I want.
So I want to play defense.
I moved my stop to break even on this just to protect.
Took a partial,
and I'm really
just to be safe.
Really hoping for more on the downside here, but it's popping back now.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay. PLTR really sold off today. It's at lows. QUBT got that pop higher. Look at that, 24.50. That's what it hit.
My settings for Atlas, they're up here. It's just they're up here. But I'm sure they're working on this. It changes every time I come in. I think it's different. Or maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know that for a fact. So I gotta find out how the settings can stay the way you set them up here. So let's see. All right, we're coming up to my break even. I'm hesitant. Do I keep my original stop? Usually I move my stop to break even, but I feel so strongly about this thing going lower. I'm hesitant to get out of break even here and miss the bigger move.
Like the Bookmap's got lots of orders, but the closest set of orders is at 189.
Yeah.
190 doesn't even have anything. 190.50 has got some loading. Now there's a little bit of loading coming in right now you can see on 190, but that's recent. The big orders are just sitting there at 190.50, and I said the 189 to the downside is closer, so maybe you can go pull those orders in before it pops. That's what I'm hoping anyways.
Yep. Me too.
But you never know on these things. We just watch, right? We just sort of go with the tide.
We're in the passenger seat now. That's it.
Yeah,
we're in the passenger seat. All you could decide is when you want to hop out the car. When you open the door and jump out, you can't tell the direction of what the driver's doing, where he's gonna turn. But you can always open the door and jump out when you don't like what you're seeing. So that's me and Peter right now. But me and you probably are hanging in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
We're hanging in the back of the garbage truck, and then we're going to hop off when everything's get ugly.
There you go.
That's it. All right. See, this paid off.
Okay, we're getting a move down here. Yeah.
Come on, baby. So, let's get these orders here. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
I'll take a partial when we get down there. That's what we need. It's a lot there. 43,000. They're getting green, getting yellow. Getting better. Just flush through it, and I'll take a partial. No. Come on. Go pick up those people.
It looks like it. Well, there you go. Now we're getting it. Come on, let's go. I'm not going to be too greedy. I'm taking a partial now, just in case it doesn't quite get there. If it does, then I can take more off. It's not a big partial, but I want to lock some in here.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Come on. Here we go. Come on.
You see the hesitation on this thing? Come on. It's so funny. At one point, it becomes about not even, it's not good. Like, it's not even about the money. I should take a partial here. What's 10 cents? It's nothing, right? But it's like, we want to get there. Let's
You want to
get
be
there.
right.
You want to get the get-itis and you want to be right. And it's not a good feeling, but I want to run through this. It's like a video game now. Like, come on, man. Let's run through this thing here. Why are you playing with us like this?
All right, look at the Qs pushed down hard. Come on, that's what probably precipitated that drop that we just got.
Right.
Now we need, like, if we can continue, let's continue. Then we should get Nvidia back to previous day close. Get right through those 190 orders. It's only 10 more cents.
Here it is, friends. Oh, what happened to my? Did I pause this? What happened to this? Oh, there it is. I must have paused that mistake or something.
Come on. Back. Oh, it got close, but it didn't. It can't get those orders, Carlos. Got within 4 cents.
It's having such a hard time. It's not good.
No, it's not. Especially with the market as weak as it is. The orders are stacking up here.
They're stacking up.
Building. They're building at 189, so that's good news.
I was gonna say the same thing.
But still, it doesn't. There's no guarantee that it's gonna go take them, right? You're just playing the odds that it's likely to go do it. So, me playing the odds, I took a partial a little early just to secure. So here we go. Come on, 2 cents.
Come on. He's ready.
Come on. Oh man, somebody's fighting. Somebody's fighting at that level. There's really.
Who is that? Is that Beth? I think it's Beth buying it up. Beth, Emmanuel.
You think so?
It's these guys on YouTube buying it up, man. We just cut the fee because they don't want us to get the 189 here. Kyle is probably buying it up. NC Trader, like buying thousands of shares. See, Beth is laughing. She knows. She knows what she's doing. Oh, here we go. You know, what am I doing? I'm taking a partial. What am I doing?
Yeah, see, I just did the same thing, Carlos.
I'm taking a partial.
I'm not being foolish on this. Come on, take a partial.
What are you doing? Take a partial, 189. It's a big level. Take a partial here. Let's not play games. But this wall is so strong right now. This wall is not budging at all.
Yeah.
So if you're a reversal trader, you just got to be patient. There might be an opportunity here, right? And you got a lot of levels you can play this off. So if you have a strategy, you can play it off the previous day close, the law of the day. There's a lot happening here. Here we go. We coming to it again. Just hovering. I love this visual.
There we go. Come on.
There it is. See, I love that.
Come on.
Dip, back up. This doesn't get better than this. Oh, yes. Okay, another partial here, guys. Set up below the previous day.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we went through that. Then there it is. Boom. People are gone. And now down to the next level. This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is pretty nice. I haven't been excited
like
this.
I just took a bigger partial.
Nice, Peter.
I took a bigger partial right below the previous day close, so I got a good fill on that actually. 188.86, so that's pretty good. Let's see. Yep. And my earlier trade, I'm actually not quite. I'm green across my earlier trade, but I'm not quite into the profit area that I want to be. So.
All right, Beth is off to work. Take care. We'll see you later. What is your win rate average R to R with this VWAP strategy? The VWAP strategy is really good, man. My win rate with the VWAP is better than the 5-minute ORB by far. But again, the win rate is, how can I put it? It's much higher for me because I get out of break even. So it's hard to explain in just a couple of minutes here. But by getting out of break even, you might have a small win out of break even. The win rate is positive, right? But it doesn't mean that we're crushing every single time. So getting out of break even, if you get out of break even after you take a partial, you usually have a higher win rate. But somebody doesn't mean you're doing better than someone that has a lower win rate that's doing all or nothing, right? So it, hold on a second.
There we go. I just took another
second.
partial on Nvidia.
Here we go. Me too.
Yeah.
And the bids, they keep dropping, Peter. Like level 2 is just, look at this. More orders down here now.
I like it. Woo!
Yeah.
All right, baby. This is
Peter's
Friday,
excited.
so yeah. Well, because I'm in the profit. I undid all the earlier ill I did on Nvidia, so I'm feeling good. You know, sometimes you got to be the open on learning. You got to be a little more persistent than I do in my normal trades. Oh my God, look at PLTR though. Wow, what a drop today. Jeez.
Going lower now. 188. Let's see. Can we get 188? We got tons of orders down there. Let's see if we get 188. Wow, what a day, friends. What a week. Just add this confirmation. If you see 920 EMA at VWAP or reject, that's an add-on. Yeah, that's what I gotta get better at adding. I'm not really a great adder, but that's something I definitely gotta improve on. My computer's acting really strange here. What is going on? All right. Partial there. Okay, good. Oh. Wow, friends, what a day. What a week. All right, PMI services came out. What do we have? PMI services, how long ago? 10 o'clock? ISM manufacturing. I mean, this drop started happening even well before that. So I don't know if that helped it push it lower. But this drop got into a little bit of a momentum.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to look at that. Yeah, we do have, where's my clock? My clock has disappeared again. I just, PMI services, pretty much on target, slightly higher. So it's a little bit bullish, but it's not enough. The ISM manufacturing came out slightly lower, so that offsets it.
Yeah.
I just took another preemptive partial, Carlos. Just I saw it bouncing back, and
nice.
I don't. This thing could run all the way back up, so I'm now running low of shares, but running low. So maybe we can get a good pullback just above the previous day close. If we can do that, and then see some weakness, I could add into this trade. My break even is now well above the VWAP, so that's a good position to be in.
Nice.
Pretty happy Dragon. On the day.
Yeah, no, it turned out really nice. I was struggling at first, man, to find something. Like I was concerned I was not gonna get anything great. Because there was some really good moves today, like a Tesla. Tesla short, guys, 5-minute ORB breakdown, VWAP breakdown was amazing this morning. And if I was watching it close, I would have taken that. So it was a lot of really good plays. RZLV, another one that I had on the list. And this, again, which just didn't get a good pullback to the VWAP, but it went nicely. Lower price stock, but it traded well. Even USAR, Peter, you were right about these two. They both traded pretty good this morning. USAR had a nice engulfing pattern. 5-minute RB engulfing. So, yeah, those two traded well.
I'm feeling a little FOMO, I guess, on PLTR here. I mean, what a move! Like, it's just once it decided it was not going through VWAP, thing just sold right off. I don't know.
What's the news? This got to be news related, obviously. What's the news on PLTR? This is not. It can't be doing this on its own like that.
Question. I don't know. It can do it occasionally.
It
like
can,
that.
Yeah. But it seems like there's something brewing. It seems like that.
Blah blah blah. Okay, so there is some news about one of their systems failed. So apparently that's old news. There's an Army memo. An Army memo talking about some problems with PLTR, but people are saying that's old news. What are you guys doing? It was already a known issue, but I don't know.
Well, known issue to who? Right? If it's not known to the masses, right? Maybe
yeah.
it's can happen.
Yeah.
All right, Nvidia pulling back a bit here. Someone asked me, what is the name of the tool that I am using on level 2? This is called Atlas, brought to you by tradingterminal.com, so you can head over there and get access to that. And again, just a reminder, I know we're doing it a lot today because I don't want people to forget. If you want to sign up, it is going to be, here's my 1990s ad. Last day for membership, $59. Prices go up tomorrow. Okay, so take advantage of it. The way I see it is sign up, try it for the month. If you love it, you got a price, you can lock it in. Just keep renewing your price. You'll be fine. You don't love it, then you just let it go. But you want to take advantage.
Did you take any more off here on PLTR?
I took some at the bottom. And Nvidia, I took some at the bottom down here. So yeah, I'm just sitting to see what's next. I like your idea of adding here. If we see some weakness at the previous day close, I might join you on that. So let's see.
Yeah, we'll see. Right now it's pushing up through.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say. We got some orders stacking 189.80, 190.
Eric says, I sold you. Yeah, I hate being a little pushy and salesy, but I know that people are going to love this tool, and I want to save you money. That's it. I hate reminding you, but I'm glad I sold you on it. That's the way to do it, right? Well, $59 is nothing for a lot of people. Buy it, try it for the month. You don't like it, cancel it. There's no, you're not stuck. Opposed to trying next week, paying, $50 more for it when you could have had it for half the price. Forever. So that's the way I would go about it. Just sign up, pay for it. All right, Nvidia's not looking good here. So, I mean, we got such a great entry. We could sit for a little bit on this, but my stop is clearly at break even, right?
Boy, PLTR, that sell-off is just something else. All right, getting a pretty big pullback here on Nvidia as it's coming back up. Remember this right now, this price is where we saw the resistance previously, right? So that area of support, we'll see if it can become resistance on the way up. And this is where you can leverage your charts, right? So Carlos, can you just scroll out a little bit, just because this area I find interesting. Just I want to see the whole day. You can show everybody. Oh, there you go.
Okay,
well, not that far, but just look at where the open price was. This was my point. So look at how the open price, how it sort of paused right there, and then you wonder why we held there, right? When Carlos and I took that that partial, well, because it's that same area, right? So like I don't know who's buying or selling there, but I can definitely tell you that it's an area of interest, or at least it has been this morning. It's not a big area of interest, but it's enough to have held the price at the open. It held the price just before 10 o'clock, and it looks like it's holding the price there again. So at least in the short term, we know that something's happening at that price, right? There are shares that are trading hands there. Somebody's got an interest. So we just have to see, right? Is it enough to halt the upward movement and push it back down? Or maybe not. Maybe it'll pop through and go right back to VWAP. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but at least I know it's a likely area where something is going to happen. So.
Hey. Nice. I got a swing on LAC on my Thinkorswim account, and I just got confirmation we got filled. It must be moving. Hold on, let me look at it. Got a little text saying position filled. Oh, look at that, my baby.
Now I was busy talking away, Carlos, and I missed the opportunity to add into that area of interest, which is where I wanted to add some. And now look, I missed the chance. I don't want to add.
Oh, I thought I would have reminded you, but I thought you was trying to add below. Yeah, I guess you could. That would have been good too. Below the previous day close.
Yeah, if it got that high,
you still can.
I don't want to chase it down here too far because my break even isn't that far above VWAP. It's only about 20 cents above the VWAP. So it could very easily sort of push up through that. So adding too much, just it ruins my, moves my break even stop too low for comfort.
Right.
So just gonna wait. Just gonna wait and see.
And
So
then
we're back up into this zone.
yeah, and then people will ask, right? Like, okay, so Peter, why didn't you, it's back up here. Why don't you add here? It's different, right? If you add here and you get this pullback, that's a partial basically. That's like almost 80 cents. So if it does this now, you don't want to add here because now it's showing
40.
bullish pattern, right? So there is a difference. Even though you're at the same price target, there is slight difference here. So we'll see if we can get a bearish signal and maybe we can add to it, but it is different as far as price. I get that question. Well, the price is back up here. Yeah, but it's back up here after putting in a bullish candle. It's not the same.
Right.
All right, I see a lot of questions, guys, on Atlas. So yeah, so I just want to clear things up. 59 is tradingterminal.com. 59 a month, right? That's tradingterminal.com, and you get not just Atlas, right? You get everything, right? You get everything from tradingterminal.com, which includes the scanners, the simulator, the replay, the Atlas, the funded account, right? You get the funded account to be able to trade in the simulator and try to get a payout there if you can, right? For 90 days. There's rules and all that on that. So you get all of that. Today's the last day to get all of this for $59. And again, you'll be grandfathered in. So when the price goes up tomorrow, which is going to $99 a month, and it's not going to stay there because the tools are going to probably get better and better, you're stuck with 59 for the rest of your membership life, right? That's a great tool. So 59 is, if you're enjoying the tools, try it out. If you haven't tried the tools yet, my recommendation, as I mentioned earlier, just buy it, pay the $59 a month, try it for a month. At the end of the month, you like it, keep it. You don't like it, cancel it, right? But
and don't forget that you also get the Trading Academy, some of those premium Trading Academy courses comes with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you right now, we're not making money on this. I forgot about the Trade Terminal Academy webinars. We're not making money on this. This is why Peter barely gets paid. As Peter mentioned yesterday, he barely gets peanuts. This is why. Okay, all right, let's get back into character. All right, friends.
It's funny your perspective of what what a decent salary is. It's
yes, yeah.
When I get like
yes.
all I can say is, when I went from corporate life to, like, I decided I wanted to work for government, so I actually worked for the Bank of Canada for a period of time, and my pay from going from private to working for the bank, I cut my salary by like 2/3. So I'm working for a third of the amount of money that I was just in private practice. But I said, I want to give this a shot. I want to see what it's like. And I did my stint, and I got a feel for it. I got it. I understood it.
Yeah.
And then, was able to sort of cross that one off my bucket list. And then, I come here, and then, like I said, what we're doing here, I mean, now I'm getting like a third of that again, too. So, so I'm essentially working for about 10% the level of pay of what I used to make in a corporate world to do this stuff. So, like, as I said, it's really,
but
I'm not
Peter,
doing it for the money.
Are you working? This is more like you show up, but
it's not hard work. I'll give you that.
All right, I'm gonna. Ooh, hold on. Maybe I should wait. I'm thinking I'm getting all out, Peter, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it's but it's a good point too. As far as trading, right? Like trading alone, many people are not gonna make their entire salary 9 to 5. Like my salary 9 to 5, it was great, benefits and all that. But do I enjoy this? Having a lot less work and having flexibility. Yes, you're gonna make a lot less, and that's gonna happen for you guys as well. But the balance of life and the quality of life and work is gonna be incredible, right? Some of you guys are gonna be trading for like an hour. You're gonna make a couple $100 a day, a couple $1,000 a month, right? It's not gonna cover everything of your living expenses at first, but it can provide a great life, man. Great life work balance. Maybe take a part-time job and some cozy gig just to go punch in and make some extra money. But yeah, that should be your initial goal. Initial goal is to go part-time and see what happens. Um, and again, people underestimate the power of like trading small and making a little bit at first. Like if you're making, you know, 500, let's say $500 a month, which is not hard to do. It's not hard to do with good discipline. It's not hard to make $500 a month if you trade well, trade small. That's a car payment. Right now, you don't have to worry about your car payment anymore, and you don't have to. That's trading like 30 minutes to an hour every day in the morning. But people are not okay with that. They want to do 500 a day, so they force themselves, right? They force themselves to do this. They force themselves to do that. They make mistakes. They go too big. They take big losses. They average down. You know, they do all these things because they're focused on making 500 a day instead of making 500 a month, right? Make 500 a month. Build that confidence. Then say, okay, add a little more. Make 600 a month. Now you can pay for the car payment and the gas for the month, right? So it's like just slowly. All right, let's see here, friends. Let's see. I'm gonna get out of Nvidia. There you go. Yeah, Perry, and you could trade for a living, but again, it takes time. It takes time. That you could trade for a living, but it takes time. That's what people don't get sometimes, right? It can happen right away. I remember Andrew was making 300 a day and he was still going to work. He was leaving the trades to go to work 9 to 5. Remember that, Peter? I mean, he's like, all right, guys, I got to go to work. You know?
Yeah.
So it took time and got to the point where he was able to grow his trading, you know, did some really good moves and said, okay, the job is, I'd rather focus on opening up businesses, trading terminal and peak capital and other things, right? It's real estate, whatever he does on the side. Climb, so the job didn't make sense, right? But it takes time. All right. All you see is the option is $99 a month. Where are you at, Michael? Are you in tradingterminal.com? No, you shouldn't see 99 yet. On tradingterminal.com, right? It should be 59.
Yeah, I see the $59 premium plan.
Yeah. All right, out on Nvidia. It's just can mess around here. It still might be a sell, but
you're out. You're out.
Yeah, I'm out of it. I don't like what he's doing.
He's out.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm out.
Okay.
I'm seeing.
I actually tried to add while we were talking when it was moving sideways there. I added, and now I'm watching and I'm thinking of adding again with a stop just above VWAP. I'm willing to. Willing to let it go just a. I know. It looks like it's about to go long here. So
yeah, this 5 minute doesn't look pretty. I'll tell you that much.
No.
And then you got so many support levels here. But again, a lot of it has to do with what is the SPY going to do, right? Like you know.
Right.
I don't see where it says you also get. Go ahead.
I just added in again, and
okay.
I got an immediate drop lower, which is good.
Yeah, we need that. We need that drop. What does Atlas give us? Anything in there?
Darn it.
Oh, Andrew traded QUBT. I was just looking at his screen. I need another monitor because if I have Atlas up, I can't look at what Andrew's doing. And then I can copy his trades and take credit, so that's not gonna work. I need to. I need another monitor. It's like I would have been in this trade with him and taken 100% credit here. Said, yeah, I'm trading a 1 minute engulfing pattern, which 5 minute engulfing pattern too. Very nice. Look at that.
What the heck just happened? Oh, darn it! I was trying to move my stop, and I made a mistake, and I just got stopped out on Nvidia. So. All right. Well, it is hesitating here at VWAP.
You did? Damn.
That's okay. It's it was a good trade. Got my
because now it's looking like it's gonna sell off. So I'm like,
I know.
That sucks. Look at that.
It's unfortunate. I said I was trying to move my stop here and actually move it higher, and I guess I didn't do it fast enough, and it sort of caught me and stopped me out. So
yeah.
Anyways.
This is POTRs. Andrew's looking at POTR. What a play, friends. Gotta play.
Yeah. So NC Trader asking, how does Atlas compare to Bookmap? Bookmap, in fairness, has more functionality, right? It's scalable on the chart. You can sort of do a couple of dynamic things. The base functionality and the visualization is the same. So that's basically what we're going after, right? Is the sort of what's the core things that you need, and that's what's built into the order map or the atlas. Bookmap will give you other bells and whistles, right, and other data, different ways of visualizing it that have not yet been built into Bookmap. So if you want all that functionality, then by all means, Bookmap is a great tool. In fact, that's exactly where we got some of the concepts from. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery there. But if not, if you just want to use that base functionality, then you can't beat it at the price point, and that's really what we're going after. So, just take a look at the prices. You'll see what we mean. Like unfortunately, book maps, it's expensive.
There's a lot of, and Andrew knows this, right? A lot of companies do this thing where, again, they give you all this stuff, like, oh, look at this, all this scanners, Trade Ideas, amazing company, right? Trade Ideas, they give you so much channel, this, that. When I had Trade Ideas, I only used this, what Trading Terminal has here, right? So yes, I was paying $9 a month, but I was not using. I was using 4%. I know it's happening.
Carlos.
4%. So the idea is this is going to give you the stuff you most likely are to use, right, at a reasonable price, and that's the idea. Yeah, Peter, I what you did here? Let me see. Where are you? Nvidia. Oh yeah, I see that.
So I added in twice, and it said I was actually trying to move. It actually moved my stop right to the point of the ad. You could see just barely above. It was actually 189.31, and I was trying to move my stop up here above VWAP because I said, well, I can give it like 10 cents, right? And as I was moving it because it had dropped down here, it just popped back up and stopped me out. I guess I didn't unclick the button. I had my finger on the button, and it moved too fast for me and stopped me out. So, anyways, so I missed this opportunity because I added twice. It was actually good because I had a good size again. And look at this. Oh, so unfortunate.
Yes, that burns, man.
It burns.
Yep.
It's one of those where, Carlos, I look at these so many times and I'm like, I'm always tempted to say, you know what, I should add in like really heavy right here, and just if it bounces back 2 cents, I'll just stop out. But as long as it continues continuously, then I could just continue on the run. But I was thinking like that's foolish. That's a way to get yourself stopped out so many times. But it does look weak now. It looks weak. It does. I don't know. Anyways. All right.
Melanie, let us know, what did you use to trade? Amber says, if Sharp Swap account enable Thinkorswim. Oh, they charge now? They used to do it for free. So Thinkorswim is charging now? Because I remember when you had a Thinkorswim account, they used to give you Bookmap for free. Maybe that was just a try or something. $39? That's a lot just for Bookmap. You're getting 59.
Carlos,
you're
it's killing me now.
No, I see it, man. I see it. Trust me. I see it. Oh boy, going to the low of the day here. Going to the low of the day.
Oh, dang.
I would have been in this too if I would have kept my my break even point, but I really thought it was gonna go long here, so I got out.
Guys.
But yeah, look at that, man, dropping like a rock.
Ay. All right, well, hey, that's trading. I had a really bad opening trade, but I managed to recover and get all my money back and then some. So I'm green. So I shouldn't be too, I can't complain too much.
Oh, Nvidia. Yeah, man, this sucks. US AR. Oh, LAC, friends. Oh, my swing trade. I got alert of my partial. I don't announce the swing trades here because, again, swing trades, my risk tolerance is a little bit higher than most, and it's on a separate account, and you know, I only go long. I'm not really worried about holding something. I held trades for like sometimes even a year, right? So swing trading is where it's at. Eventually, this is where you make the big money. I could see it swing trading. So follow Brian, guys. Brian does swing trading videos and webinar and recaps every week. He has his book, How to Swing Trade. Definitely check it out. So you swing on BIIB. What's BIIB? Oh, the ticker. Sorry, I thought you meant you swing on that platform. Yeah, there's some stuff that's this like this right here. I would never day trade this, but I could see this being a good swing trading stock. Yeah, absolutely. And there's stocks are like that. They're not great day trading stocks. A swing, they're awesome. So I got filled at 9. I took a quarter off. Actually, no, excuse me. I got filled at 850. And I think the next one is going to be at 950. We'll see. Very cool. No, it's not that. Because for example, you can't really tell how someone is doing unless you're looking at their entire account, all their accounts, right? And here's what I mean. For example, the other day, last week we had a red day. This week has been amazing, but last day we had a red day, right? I took a trade with you guys around 10:30, but you didn't see how I ended that trade. Did Carlos average down? Did Carlos do this? Did he blow up on that trade? Like, you don't see what happens after. You don't know if I come back at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and start trading on my own again and do all the stuff that I don't do in front of you guys, right? So it's not about, you don't know how somebody really does unless you're in their account and seeing every single transaction, right? So just be careful out there, on what you see and who's showing off and what not showing off, and you just don't know. But I like the live trades because you're seeing it here. We're talking about it. You see the beginning, you see the end. The swing trades, I'm not gonna say, hey guys, I'm thinking about this, and then you never hear from me for a while on it, right? It just doesn't make sense to share those.
That's true. A lot can happen.
Yeah, it's just like, you're not seeing the whole thought process. So with this day trading thing here, we're together. We're doing it together. You see the end, the beginning. You see everything, right? So it's easier that way. It's cleaner.
All right. Do I need to buy another book for this weekend?
Oh man, Tesla. I should come out with a book. What should my book be? Trade Like Peter. My book should be Buy Andrew's book. Secrets to Life. Buy Andrew's book. Wow. Tesla, friends. My goodness. RZLV. Yeah, this is good market open. Now it's coming back up above the previous day VWAP here. These stocks, I don't know. I'm skeptical on the VWAP breakout on these stocks because they tend to do a lot of fake outs, and I don't like that. These lower price stocks are higher flying. Now, this has been doing it for some time now. This has been at it for a couple of days now, right? So you see the increase. All of September has been trading very, very different. So maybe today that can continue. All right, friends. Today, the recent winners for this week. Today, I'm going to send you everything when it comes. I'm not doing no giveaways right now. No hashtag, please. I'm not doing any giveaways right now. We're for Andrew. But the winners for yesterday and the day before, today I'll send you guys your emails, your signups, and all of that. And then you'll get all hooked up. So if you haven't heard from me, it's because I've been busy on meetings with our P Capital members. Oh, look who's here. Good morning. Good morning.
How are you doing, brother?
Doing good, my friend. Let me get you all hooked up, and it will be good to go. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good one. Have a great weekend. If I don't talk to you guys, I'll leave you with Andrew and Brian. Have a good one.
No, Brian is not coming, Carlos. So yeah.
Brian, so we'll leave you with our second best trader, Peter.
Hit a great trade on Nvidia. I actually like that. So
Thanks.
Johnson and Johnson shares
very, very
high symbol
beautiful.
about
It's amazing.
$3.20, getting an
So
overweight.
let me get myself going on.
Equate to an overweight, hitting an all-time high.
What do you got? Oh, you got
That's Julie. Remember Juliet.
Where's my camera? Oh,
Benzinga guy going on in the background.
I'm sorry.
I no, it's all right. I was short bias on Nvidia. I had an opening trade that actually didn't work out very well. I got stopped out for a full loss, but then it looked weak below VWAP, got back in, and yeah, made the money back and more. So not bad. I'm trying to get used to this open trading, Andrew. As you know, it's not been my specialty. So it's it's very different. It's funny because I've been day trading here with you for a decade now. And it's very different trading the open compared to the trades I got used to, which are a little bit later in the day. I still prefer my later in the day trades, but the open is I get it. I get the attraction. It's actually harder. I would say this is harder trading than what I normally do.
Yeah, it's the really, really, really fun. So I want to show you something. Dr. Kenneth Reed, as you know, one of the legends of trading, he's in the chat room. And he said, just joined trading terminal for Atlas. It worked beautifully on Nvidia this morning. Thanks, Andrew. So Dr. Kenneth Reed is a legend, and he's our, psychologist and coach in the community. And yeah, it's amazing. Thanks for using it, Dr. Reed. Really appreciate that. So we're gonna make this tool better and better and better. I personally took the trade today. Let me see which one was, I think it was, QUBT. Yeah. So by looking at the Atlas, so it's, I later put it into the newsletter. By looking at the Atlas, that was really bullish, plus the price action was really bullish. I took the trade at the same time here on QUBT. This is my trade that you guys can see. I took the screenshot at the time, and then it was a really, really profitable trade. So from $21 to $24.60. So very beautiful trading. And Paris also took that trade as well. A lot of our community members took that trade. So it was really, really nice. I loved it. And I'm not surprised that I haven't used it so far. I haven't really, I'm always the, the late majority or lagger adoption of every new technology. So, but it's amazing now just using it. And I see why Thor and Nathan are such a good trader, because they're cheating with this tool. It's great for scalpers. The question that came up is for the futures data. I think the futures data, if you're trading futures of QQQ and S&P 500, you don't really need that. So you can look at the level 2 of QQQ and S&P 500 because they're completely correlated. The futures, these are short-term movements are correlated with the futures. If you trade commodities like coffee, soybean, oil, that type of thing, it's a different story. But if you're trading just micro futures, just look at the S&P 500 and QQQ Atlas. That tells you everything. And yeah, trading was amazing. Like I personally had the long Nvidia, so did a quick scalp. I was hoping to get to the all-time high at 191. Atlas was also super bullish, but we didn't get there. But that's okay. You never really get what you want. And again, this tool is not the fortune-telling ball that tells your future. It's just a tool at your disposal. Yeah. It's very important. No, this is very important because especially the new beginners, new traders are coming. A lot of people who are reading my books and stuff. They email me. By the way, this is a very important book. If you really want to know the decision making and trading, just get this $5 book, please. It's for your own benefit. A lot of people asking me, so if you know that, why do you put a stop loss? Why didn't I stop loss only 1 cent? Nobody knows. These tools are all predicting or helping you to understand, but nobody knows. Uncertainty is the part of trading, and all the tools at your disposal helping you to make a better decision. But that decision still is probability and uncertainty.
Absolutely. And that's something, you're right, Andrew, that people forget all the time, right? There is no tool that was going to guarantee you results, and no system. And don't let anybody online or elsewhere tell you that, right? All it could do is, more education can give you a better chance of predicting, like you said, what's going to happen, and increase the odds that you'll be successful, and be able to see things accurately. But there's no guarantee, and it's like any other system. Nothing works 100% of the time, ever.
The
And
moments
trading
that
is
you
yeah,
sorry,
good.
the moment that you solve this issue for you for yourself is amazing.
Yeah.
I had a book, Mastering Trading Psychology. I shared some of the stories of some of our traders in there. One of them was air traffic controller, and he said, Andrew, I cannot put my head around
Mm.
trading because I'm trained for 30 years not to make a mistake, and the mistake is disaster.
Yeah.
And so that's a difficulty that he had in his mind, that he has to, separate, uncertainty from perfection. Because if you make a trade and you get a stopped out, like for example, Tesla today, I took a trade and I got a stopped out. I don't say this is a mistake. I think it was good. Maybe I was a little bit chasing it, but I think it was a good trade still. So uh, that's not a mistake. You're not wrong. You're not a stupid. You're not idiot. It's not that you didn't get it. It's not that you need more books or you pay more. It's just the nature of the probability of the market.
Agreed. I always like to use I like my analogies, but you're right, Andrew. I remember talking with somebody who was an airline pilot, and I think he lived in Ireland or Scotland, one of those two. And he was a member. Oh, and he called out, wanted some advice, and he said the same thing. Like, I am trained for years and years. Like, you look at a cockpit of a 747, you see all these dials and switches. He said that doesn't frighten me. Right? I know what each one does. I know when to use it. I'm trained extensively that when this happens, I react this way. He said, but the trading in the markets is confusing me because I have a set of tools that are much simpler than the cockpit of the 747, but the action I have to take is different depending on so many factors that it feels so much more confusing than flying a 747. And that just hurt my head. I'm like, because I look at that and I'm like, come on, man, that's got to be a lot more complicated. But, he was trained in a process and he was trained in an approach, and like you said, Andrew, it's one of those things where his definition of right and wrong was a little different than what you need to be in the market.
Yeah.
There's no, you have to get comfortable with failure. And I like to go back to sports analogies, and I say you've got to think more like, like if you're a batter at a plate, if you play in the major leagues for U.S. baseball, a really good batting average is 300, which means you only hit 3 out of every 10 pitches that come your way. So, and that's a really good average if you're a batter. And that so, trading, you've got to put your own measures to it, as opposed to like if you're a brain surgeon, well, if you only saved 3 out of every 10 patients, you're not going to be a brain surgeon for very long. So, every discipline's got a very different level of what success looks like. You have to get your head around what that means for the discipline of trading that you're trying to put your skills against.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And the time is also super important. Like you have to put the time. I'm sure when you sit into the cockpit of a 747 at the first time or first month, it's terrifying. But fly 10,000 hours, it's a different story. Like you and I are been trading, at least I know you've been trading with me 10 years. So
Yeah.
long before that. So I've been trading actively for 12 years, every single day. Ta, 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 ta. So you can't see me and say, oh, this, I want to be like that. Cristiano Ronaldo, best soccer player in the world, best athlete in the world. You see his body, you see his action and everything. It hasn't come overnight, so it takes some time. And yeah, it's very important to know that it only takes you to be one step better every single day, and that's progress. You just need to be better a little bit from the last trade that you had. A little bit more careful, a little bit more thoughtful, a little bit more mindful. Learn from the mistakes.
Agreed. Soon as you talk soccer or football, you're going to get people interested, Andrew. What did you say? Who's the best?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Uh-oh. Now you're going to create some animosity.
This could be
The
worse than
Messi fans
politics.
are. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's answer a couple of trading questions. Somebody asked about the Apple Atlas. Let's take a look at the Apple Atlas. So let's see what we see here. Again, Monday at 12 p.m., Nathan is going to have a presentation on Atlas, and he's gonna walk you through all of this stuff and help you to understand it better. If you have any question, if you want, he's also coming to give us, you know, some sort of a, uh, is it Apple? Yeah. So he's also giving us, you know, a tutorial video that he's making. But right now, the Atlas to me seems a little bit bullish, like from 258.25, it's kind of bullish. The orders stacking up to that side. So what I see is kind of bullish, but I also have to look at, I can't take a trade right now. I have to really look at the price action and see what's happening. So as you see here, the looks like an ABCD pattern and it wants to go, sorry, it wants to go higher, but it's again not something that I want to trade because it's super really go to the smaller chart, Carlos. So it's not really something that I want to make a trade. It looks like super choppy and, you know, at 10:40 in the morning and stuff. So I don't want to look into that. So somebody said about the time zone. So for me, running is extremely important. When I'm going to different part of the world, running really helps my body to settle down and, you know, adjust. Running, I'm addicted to running, so I have to run 1 hour every day. So it really helps me to, you know, regulate my dopamine in the brain and, you know, everything. So for me, it's running is extremely important. One thing that in my personal life is not really great is sleep. I don't get enough sleep. That's why I'm really seriously considering moving out of Vancouver soon. You know, my Lamborghini lease is ending March, maybe by March. I'm just leaving. I was considering moving to London, and I want to live in London. I really like London. And especially this last trip that I went there, I looked at it as a potential home, and I said, "This is the place." You know, it's just
Really?
an amazing city.
I don't think you'd like the weather there.
I
Too
like the
warm.
weather. I like the cold weather. I actually like the breeze and the coldness and stuff. I'm not really a big beach person. I always pina colada and stuff. But Vancouver, I like the weather because I'm running. And for running, you need to be cooled down all the time. Like I can never live in Florida because it's just too hot for me. It's a very beautiful, chic city. It's speaking English, and you know, people are really. There's a lot of art, culture, great restaurants. It's expensive, but you know, I can afford it. But I can see that London could be expensive for, you know, a lot of people. But I'm seriously considering moving to London, and it's also time zone, man. It's amazing. Like 2:30, then that means that I can wake up, prepare. Even if you want to come to the I can come to the pre-market and, you know, just, you know, prepare better material and then trade in 2:30 and then wrap it up by, you know, 6. It's just amazing. Like Europe is the place to go, man. I think they got the right life right.
Okay.
And I like the culture of, you know, the openness in London as well. Like, you know, you can make jokes with people. You know, in Canada, you can't make jokes with people. People are nice, but not friendly. If you go to the elevator and say hi, people say, "Ooh, what do you want from me?" Like over there is just, you know, it's just the humor and everything. And I love that. It's important. I think it's very important day-to-day stuff in there.
But you'd go there, you wouldn't move to like you know, like Portugal, Lisbon maybe, or somewhere where it's maybe a little more temperate. You like the
Well, the
cold,
language
eh?
is important. Like in Portugal, they speak
Oh
English, but
yeah.
the language I think is very important. Like if I want to
Yeah.
learn a new language, would be definitely Spanish. But language, you know, I like to, you know, get into the culture. But London is really chic. Like I like that. It's like the chicness in London is something that really attracted my attention this year. I don't know. Maybe I'll get, you know, a place, a penthouse or something. Not penthouse, a place or something for 1 month or so and see how I like it. No, penthouse in London is super expensive. Like only the
Yeah.
royal family of Saudis and kingdoms in the Middle East they can afford that kind of thing. Here, not like I have a penthouse cheap, yeah, but over there is a different class, yeah. Any question about trading or trading terminal? Tax situation? No, I haven't really looked into that permanently. Maybe, you know, as a Canadian, probably easy, but we'll look into that. I'm sure it's not as worse as Canada. Now, Dubai is also nice. I like the lifestyle of Dubai, but time zone in Dubai is a little bit tricky. Like I did consider moving to Dubai, and yeah, you save a little bit of taxes, but your life get impacted in many different ways. Like, it's by the time now is like, what time is Dubai? Like 8 p.m. and stuff. So all of my employees are waking up and I want to go to bed. It really gets impacted. The time zone is important, at least right now. 6:45 p.m. So yeah, I mean it's a little bit late, after this, time zone. I think it's very important. All right, so QUBT broke out. So this thing is on fire. 26. Like we had it on the Atlas to go higher, but I just got out of it here. That was the best trade that I did, and it was pretty nice. Like it was really nice. Yeah, great, guys. Guys, if you have any suggestion about trading terminal and market atlas, just email it to me, or there is a feedback pop up in the trading terminal. David is reading them, every single one of them, and reply them. Just add in there. We add it into the list of things that we want to add. I really appreciate that. So trading terminal does not have a chat room, no. So another thing that somebody asked me, there are 3 companies that we have in our ecosystem. They're all sister companies. So BBT obviously is our community, webinars, and education, like majority of our education. Trading terminal is our tools. Has an academy, and we're going to continuously add material to that, but it's not a standalone, community education. It's mostly tools. And then the PCT is a mentorship program that we have for the people who really want to take it up to the next level. So the situation that we are having right now here is that you don't need all of them. And you, at different stage of your trading career, you might actually have a need for different type of it. So a lot of our traders come and start with BBT, and then they leave BBT because they realize that, okay, I want to take my trading in a different level, different, skill. I need a different community, which is fine. PCT, you may or may not need working with a group of mentors, privately, and try to build your trade book. And tools, obviously, the tools that we're building, they're available better than us out there. So we just decided to build something together, and you can use it for some time. You can cancel it anytime that you want. That's the thing. Any question from YouTube folks? So Omar is asking about the Atlas settings. Atlas settings, guys, this is not a mathematical indicator that you're looking for the numbers. So this is a visual tool. So it's like looking at the picture. You want to take it out, bring it out. You want to hang it like this, or you want to hang it like, it's personal preference. Play around with it and see which one gives you a better visualization. So very important. But I think I use 500 period and update every 100 millisecond. But again, it's a very visual tool. Play around with it. There's no wrong or right number. Whatever gives you a better visual effect. Rigetti, yeah, Rigetti is going up very nicely as well. This quantum sector is hot. But I'm not going to take any trade right now. This is the time of the day that I will stay away from things.
Oh, this is when I'm just getting warmed up, see? I'm looking at QUBT, thinking, is this the top? Is this the short spot? It's not a perfect setup for me, but it's close. Tesla, another move today on Tesla, guys. It was down yesterday. It moved down again today. So I'm not sure if anybody out there caught that, but it's good sort of solid move downwards on Tesla. I like those nice steady moves.
Yeah, my loss was on Tesla, by the way. I got to stop that on Tesla. So, it didn't really rip. The Atlas was also bullish. That's another thing, is that I looked at the Atlas Tesla, it was bullish for breakout 447, but it didn't. I got to stop that. And that's fine. Even with Atlas, you see something, the price action things, you get to stop that. The only issue that I would say is I probably taking a little bit, like maybe I could take 445. Gary mentioned that. I took that trade, but that's okay. You know, this is very important that you get stopped out, because look at this, it's gonna keep going down. If not, you're gonna have $100,000 loss probably with the positions that I'm taking. But for me, it was pretty good actually. So $17,000 in QUBT, $3,000 Nvidia, and $7,000 loss on Tesla. I can live with that.
You can live with that, eh? That's good. It's good to know that a mere $13,000 a day will sustain your lifestyle.
Oh, I mean, everything is in perspective. My account is 9.5 million, so different. So okay, so let's get a question on Atlas. So somebody asked about NVIDIA. So again, let's go to see the Atlas of NVIDIA. So I don't see anything here. This is go full screen, Carlos, please. Yeah. So I don't see anything here. This is absolutely something that tells me nothing. As far as I know, again, Nathan and Thor know better. After me, they come. I can ask the questions. Nathan, I think, would be on YouTube as well. At this stage, I don't see much. I don't even know what the candlesticks are. But what I would see is a little bit the orders are stacking up about 190, but also there are some really good orders down that. So this looks to me an indecision. And if I look at the price action, the candlestick right now, I'm going to show it to you. I would assume is the chop is price action range in the middle of something. So let's take a look at it on NVIDIA. Yeah, see, this is an absolutely disgusting price action, as you see. So, and Carlos, go back to the 5-minute smaller screen. So, as you see here, is an absolutely disgusting price action that you're seeing here. So, then Atlas was showing the same. There is no direction clearly. So, do I take that trade? Absolutely not. So Bing Paris is asking, how does the market is telling, like, for example, probably QUBT is going to be interesting because that one has a really nice one. Let's go to QUBT, the Atlas of QUBT. So the Atlas of QUBT right now, it shows that there are some big asks that are stacking up there. And the price often goes toward these liquidity puts. And the very perfect, it's kind of counterintuitive. There are big the sellers up there, why the price goes up to them. It's like selling a house. If your house is on demand, you have a really nice house in a very good neighborhood and the market is hot, like 2021, that 2022 that we had, the housing market was really hot, your asking price is higher. You're not going to lower the price. Your asking price is higher and buyers multiple offer to reach to you. And if you want to buy a house in a very down market, like 2009, and nobody buys there, so your bid is very low. So your prices, I'm buying at this price, you're lowballing. And eventually the guy has to come and, sell it to you at that price. It's an auction theory. It's a counterintuitive, but if you think about it, it does look that. I see Nathan is here, and Nathan is the guy. So Nathan is going to lead us this Atlas education. I think on Monday, 12 p.m. is going to have a presentation at BBT. So anyone who come, can learn about it. And Nathan also creates a very short tutorial for 5 minutes. Just put it on the website for now, so don't get confused. And again, he's going to really create a program around it, and I promised him to actually, can compensate some of his, effort and time. Nathan doesn't get paid at all from me or BBT or anything and stuff, so I really appreciate if he can actually do that and create this program for us. So, so far, everything that Nathan was doing really out of love for trading and his community. And Nathan, you're coming to Thailand, yes?
Yes, I am planning on it. Yes, I am.
Excellent. So see you in Thailand as well. All right, guys. So I'm going to hand it over to Nathan because I think Nathan is very useful. One last announcement before you go, guys. The price is going to be increasing to $99. So today is the last day to sign up. And I'm sorry that I increased the price on it, but NASDAQ is requiring $20 per user per month for, distributing this total view data that we have. This is in addition of all of the charges that are charging me to provide this. This is the distribution fees. They have this like a laser and razor blade model that, they sell you something, but also they want continuous payment, which it doesn't make sense to me. All right, guys, God bless you all. Nathan, I'll be listening here, and thank you so much. And
yeah,
all the best, guys.
How is everybody?
I said later, Andrew. Hello, Nathan. Sorry, I was on
Hey,
mute.
Peter,
Maybe
how
you
are
can hear
you?
me. I'm
Yeah, I can
good.
hear.
Good. It's
You
been
see my
a
screen
long
okay?
morning. Not yet. We just got a lot of
Okay.
blackness. But don't worry, Carlos is working on it. Oh, there it is. There you are, in all your glory. There's Michael behind you. What is that? University of Michigan? Is that what you
Yes,
got on the
sir.
hat?
Go Blue.
Okay.
Playing
All right.
Wisconsin tomorrow.
Okay. You got a barrack for the team, eh? Oh, you are those the helmets behind you there too? Sitting on the
Yeah, dude,
speaker.
I've been a Michigan fan for probably like 35 something years, so
Oh wow. Okay.
I bleed it. I've been through all the
Since you
good and all the bad. A lot of bad
since you
lately.
were
Or I guess
a
a lot of good
babe.
lately, but a lot of bad before that.
All right. I'm sure the screen is coming. Looks like it's almost there.
Yeah, if not Carlos, I could try to do
Chunk.
something
Yeah,
else.
refresh it
Chunk.
because
Good
it
chunk.
didn't
Good
come
chunk.
up today for some
Okay.
reason.
Because I could put it on my main screen. I got a trade going on right now on my main screen, but I tried to share just a part of the screen, but let me try it again. How about now? Is that better?
No, yeah, it worked now. Yep, good.
Okay, sweet,
Uh,
good. Only 2 tries that time.
there you
Yeah.
go.
So what is it? Maybe you put it on your main screen, it works, and the other one doesn't? Is that a difference, or?
Well, this is the first time I've tried it just on the portion of this screen because I've been just doing a bunch of recordings like this week. So I just have it over
Oh,
off to
yeah,
the
yeah.
side on another screen so I can just record as much as I can. Because really, that's the only thing I'm missing. To do some presentations and to do a course and help people is just the recording. So I'm just trying to get as many as I can. So Carlos, if you're recording some stuff, some ORBs, and you've got a chart next to Atlas,
Oh,
send them my way. So
yeah.
the
Oh,
more I can get, the
we had a
better.
few of those today, man. So yeah, me and Peter, if we run something, we'll send it to you. So
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely. Yeah, I'd like to get some mountain passes, Peter. If you can record a couple of those, that would be awesome.
Okay. I'll see what I can find. Fridays are not always great for them, but if I run across any.
What is the best day then for them?
It's just usually midweek, right? I mean, Monday through Thursday, probably
Hmm.
Tuesday through Thursday are the best days on average, but you never know. I mean, you can get some rippers, but it all depends on, frankly, how the market sets up in the morning, right? When you get days like this where it's sort of most things are trending sideways, you don't get good
Hmm.
ones. The best days are when you get really strong moves right at the open that sort of start to die off about this time of day. That's when you
Gotcha.
can really get some good mountain pass reversals. So I'm hoping things like Rigetti start to set up for ones right now, in fact, or QUBT, because they've had good strong moves this morning. So on the other side, we might get a bounce back on Tesla, so an inverse mountain pass. Those are the stocks I'm watching right now to see what they're going to do.
Nice. Nice.
So, yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Tom. Hey, Trader. Hey, JC Trader. How you guys doing? Pretty girl. Let's see. One. I don't know if I can pronounce that one. Dan, how you doing? Go Blue. Sweet. It looks like everybody's having fun in here today. Did everybody watching Atlas? Everybody been using Atlas today, I hope.
I know I have been.
God? God?
Yes.
God.
Purveyor of all things Atlas. Oh, what is going on, man?
On the 8th day, God created Atlas.
I'm a little early, I guess.
Yeah, Andrew was talking about Atlas. So I just wanted to jump on and let's get some questions answered about it.
Yeah, let's talk Atlas today. I think today is a great day to talk Atlas.
Oh man, we already have an Atlas addict. Aura Ito.
Oh, amazing.
Nice. Attaboy.
Amazing.
And guys, I think Thor, didn't Andrew say this today that price goes up after today to
I
99?
think I think it might.
I believe that's what he said today. So I think today might be your last price to get it to like 59 or whatever it's at the moment. So if we don't convince you today, you might be upset when we convince you next week.
I think I have a couple things that's going to do it. You know, I think I can pull this off. I think I can convince everybody that Atlas is amazing. And I think I'm going to be able to do it in pretty easy form here. So are you ready for my ease?
Let's do it.
All right. So first off, I don't know if everyone can see my camera. We can. Look at this. Anybody
iPad
else?
order book.
Anybody else able to run an order book on an iPad? Visual order book on an iPad?
That's that airport trading lifestyle now. Just got a lot better for you.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's in beta. You know, we're getting it cleaned up. You know, I mean, things are working. You know, we're pulling some data here, and I'm streaming on about 50 devices at the same time. The other thing, but no, actually, I mean, the order book looks really like it's coming across pretty solid. Now, here's another thing that I think you're gonna like. All right. Watch this. All right, see if we can get, can we throw my screen up real quick? Switch out because I want to show everyone my illustrious screenage here. Because I'm just gonna show you guys a couple of just like amazing things. All right, hold on. It'll happen someday. Someday. Well, maybe we're not here. Okay. So, you know what? Oh, maybe my screen's
I had your
sharing.
screen, but it went away. You want to turn it back on?
Yep, coming at you. Hold on. Let me stop it and start it. You know how this works. I don't know. It doesn't like me these days when I do this. It's just like I don't want to see it.
The first time you did it, I saw it. It was on good.
All right, I think we got it. All right, there we go. So you can see my screen now. So I want to show you guys something. If those of you who use Bookmap, you're going to know what I'm talking about. Get ready. All right, people, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yep, look how fast that loaded.
I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, the whole time I was doing that, I had a ticker on another monitor, another tab that I was just keeping up the whole time. So I actually, you can, if you have a monitor just for your book, guess what? Right? We can side by side this bad boy. Right? You could come here. See what I'm saying? Are we not getting excited yet? Did I just show you that we have a visual order book that we can run on an iPad now? And you can split screen your order books because it's web-based, so your browser is going to work. I actually have been using the Brave browser for the record, everyone. And I find the performance in the Brave browser to just be awesome. I mean, it's this thing is rocking and rolling. I mean, look at this thing go. What settings were you using, buddy? I saw 1,000. I think it was 40,
it
and you're
depends.
aggregating 10.
Should I tell everybody? I need just probably a few more, like 30 minutes more on it to get it down.
Yeah.
But and then I'll be doing a video as soon as we're done in here. I'm going to start a video. But essentially, what you need to know is the visible heat map size. This is essentially your x-axis. So in the time, this is going to be the time that you can see. And then if you're wanting to kind of do your y-axis, you have 2 different levels. You got level 10, 20, 25, 30, 40. And then this would be your multiplier for that level. So if you're wanting to see, 40 levels and, every 5 cents, there's your multiplier. if you start going up or down, that multiplier will change a little bit. And how many
Have you
levels you
looked
see.
at
So if you
the
keep it on 5, it'll give you every 5 cents, and then you can start moving out to more levels.
have you looked at the
And then if you want to
linear
see,
versus like log 2? I mean, so far I'm really only using linear.
yeah, I've been using mostly linear.
Yeah.
I would like a linear, like one that's a linear and log, like something right in between the two.
Hey,
So we'll
Carlos,
talk
if
to
you're
him about
still
that.
there, you want to toss up Nathan's screen? Because he was pointing, but we had me up. Let me get Nathan back up, because since today I figured we'd focus on Atlas today. I wouldn't like to short Microsoft from here. It should be lower. I'd let it get below 518.60 and set up there. It's a little high right now for a short. It bought through. We'll get I think it's up now. Because I see a dark screen. Yeah. So Nathan, your screen should be up now, buddy. So you did you want to like review your setting, like just kind of what you're saying there now that people can see it?
Still trying. I mean, I'm still trying to find the best settings, and it may be ticker dependent at the moment on the settings that you want for each one.
Right.
But, here along your price line is going to be your visible heat map size. So if you want to see price action a lot closer, you go to 25, and then you can go all the way out to 1,000 periods, which looks like it's about, what, three minutes or so?
Yeah.
2 or 3 minutes.
Have you gotten any
And then the
word on
bid-ask
futures
level-
yet, Nathan?
What's
Do we have a futures ETA yet?
Andrew said today that it's coming soon. I don't think he actually knows exactly when, though.
Coming soon
But
is not
he's
an
still
answer.
working on the data and getting the data.
That is not an answer. I am not okay. Just kidding.
Well,
That's
you
awesome.
send your complaint to
Yeah.
Peter at bearbulltraders.com.
Yes, but it has
He
to be
may
hand
reply back
delivered.
that it needs to be hand delivered.
No. It actually has to be hand delivered. So you actually have to just deliver it to Peter, and you have to know his address. So good luck.
But then the bid-ask levels, this is just going to be how much of the book you're going to see. If you want 40 levels, 30, 25, 20, 10, and then your aggregate, that's going to aggregate the levels together and how you want to see them. So 5 levels, I believe you get every 5 cents. 1 level, you get every 1 cent. And then we have 10 levels, so that would be every 50 cents, or 50 levels, every 50 cents. And then your 100 levels is just going to show your each dollar amount. So you get 40 bid-ask levels, so you'll get a total of $40 through there, 20 on each side. So do you want to see most of the book? Of course, your 40 bid-ask levels and aggregate to 100, give you a clear up and down of the book. And then when you're wanting to zoom in more. So I've usually been staying with 40 and going with about 10 to 5, 10, 50, just zooming in and out is really what I've been working with lately.
It still seems like on like Microsoft, for instance, like when you're on the larger aggregate, like 10, it's doing it now even on the 5. It's like the bottom of the book like drops off and then comes back on and then comes off and then comes back on and then comes off and then comes back on. So it makes so now everything here looks huge, but watch when it comes back on, everything goes small. So, but it's just because it's losing the orders off the downside. This is some kind of a glitch, I think.
Oops.
So TOS is $40 if you have TOS. So a very large portion of our community can't get access to TOS because we have a lot of Canadian players in our community. We were originally Vancouver traders. Bonjour to all my Eastern Canadians or Northeastern. Anyway, so this tool, is kind of in an attempt to be able to bring more to the traders. I'll talk about my trades today, actually. I am having a red day. So you heard it here first. It happens to all of us, and today is that day for me. I actually had a really nice pre-market short on YM that ended up not working right off of R3. So let me kind of go through and show you my my stuff. I have really good trades. I'm really happy with all of them. So hold on. It was YM. So I got short in pre-market on YM there. And it was a beautiful short. I held it all the way through the open. I got to look at my stats on holding pre-market trades through the open. I think they're pretty low. So I think I'm going to start cutting my pre-market trades at the open. I just have to review my stats, but I'm like getting pretty close on that one. And then Microsoft. I tried to trade on Microsoft, and I really liked it. It was a call. And I took this one on DOS, and this one's one of those heartbreakers. It just happens. You know what I mean? It offered very nicely. I got short here, it pulled back, and then it sold. But in hindsight, Microsoft's book was too bullish, and the VPA was too green. But I've had an amazing week. So what I'm doing now is not trading more. You know what I mean? One of the things that's really important is it's either the market's fault or it's my fault. You know what I mean? But it's one of us. You know what I mean? One of us ain't doing it right, because if we were, then I would be making money, right? So JC Trader, I'm glad it kept you out, man. I wish it had kept me out. I should have recognized that there was too much buying to take an active short on it. So I should have waited till it rolled over better. Like even now it's starting to look better because our numbers are actually getting, closer to being, but it's still too bullish with too much buying to really try and take a short on this one. You know what I mean? So I should have stayed away from this one, but the YM one was great. It just didn't work. Oh, ES has an alert. Nathan?
Did it come up with one? Oh yeah, I saw that one go off earlier, right at R3. Oh, R4. Sorry, I made it all the way up to R4 now.
Oh yeah, today's the
Ooh,
narrow
that's
range
looking actually
breakout.
pretty good. Do
So,
you like
but
it though, even though it's at
no,
all up at all-time highs like this? I
no.
mean, really, you're looking
So, well, actually, I would be perfectly fine with playing the narrow range
not even
breakout. What
10
I
points.
don't like the volume. The volume's wrong.
Yeah,
Our
rolling's
volume is
dropping off.
we're selling right now. We're not buying. We need very strong buying for a breakout like this. So, like, let's look at the SPY, for instance. Look how fast that loaded. Wham! Sorry, I'm so impressed by this thing. Let's look
Everyone, his ADD has been like
just
hyperspeed today.
nonstop ADD. So I don't know if I really see any. I think I gotta have to get smaller on the SPY to really. Oh, look how pretty that is at 2. Let's see. A little too much at 1. 5.
You know
See,
what I
this is
do?
like on Bookmap when we used to grab the slider here and we could just move it up and down. It's basically just changing the aggregate as you move up
I
and down.
I
So
changed the sensitivity
can you
over
throw
to
on
the
our
largest.
our notes to add to the developers? I mean, I don't know, that can't be proprietary, right? But basically it's just as you grab the slider and move it, it just changes the aggregate. And then you don't have to have an aggregate selector. You just grab this and move it up and down. That's what Bookmap does.
I will move my slider over the sensitivity slider until some of those orange orders start to come in, is how I generally, right when that largest order starts to get red, and then
Look at
I'll go
that.
back and forth to see if those other oranges will start to come in.
We have a really good size order up here on
Yeah, that
SPY.
bracketing algo.
But we have, so you can see we've got, look how precise this is, Nathan. Look at 672.60 and 671, right? 4,000, 4,100 bracket, right? And then you have this large order here. Now, what I find interesting is actually down here. I feel like the shorter term or the smaller ladder is much prettier down this direction towards this big order. So like it's, it seems like we have to kind of get into a bit of a void to go up here. It's pretty empty. So this order looks like maybe they're going to abandon this one. So it'll be interesting. We're in the breakout area though. If we buy and we buy this high, it's reasonable to think maybe we will. Maybe we'll if it did the breakout like it's supposed to, it would go from here to here. That'd be fun to watch. So hey, check it out. See on Microsoft, see what I was saying about not re-entering it? Microsoft, like just too bullish, too much buying. Look at this thing still. You just gotta wait for it. You know what I mean? Do all the BBT memberships include the trading terminal? Is that chat room in BBT different than this one? Well, this is YouTube. So this isn't BBT technically at all. I mean, it's BBT, but it's BBT. Like I'm a moderator from inside BBT. Nathan's a moderator from inside BBT. And I own the 11 to 12 segment on YouTube. But I also am a lot in BBT. Like I do all my webinars and my presentations, and I do a Thursday night mentoring with all the members. And, we do that every single week. Right. And that's all behind BBT's paywall. Tradingterminal.com, I believe, unless you bought some kind of a bundle, tradingterminal.com is an entity that's completely independent, basically, of BBT structurally. Right. So I think there are some things in which you can maybe get access to both, but I would if you have any real questions on that, I'd recommend messaging like info@bearbulltraders.com. Or I think there's an info at tradingterminal.com or support or sales or something like that. You know what I mean? So nice, Nicola. Welcome to tradingterminal.com. We're so glad to see that you subscribed. I think this market atlas is going to be a game changer for this freaking thing, man. I mean, how cool is this? RTY went out through ATR high and been selling like hotcakes ever since. Well, NQ does the exact opposite. It's so weird. Atlas does not currently show futures, RJ, but it will soon. We're getting there. I am salivating. I cannot wait. AMD right now for me looks bullish. What do you think, Nathan?
Let me bring AMD back up. Yeah, I know it tested S3, but I think it's holding under now, right? Popped up a little bit. The book looks more bullish than it did earlier.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look at 168.84 or to 85. It's probably 168.85 and then 169. Looks pretty strong.
Yeah, all the way there to 70. The book's
if you look to the
pretty
downside
nice there too.
If you look to the downside, there's almost no significant orders to the downside.
No, not till 165.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that
that
order at 169 get a little bit bigger.
Yeah, for sure.
But you see, look how Atlas shows how well those orders have ramped up. Just kind of look at the ramp. I bet that's all one player. To the top side, I've got it set at 40 and 10, and you can see like almost a trend line of orders running to the top. All the way up to 172.
Zunio, no need to suck up. Honest reviews should be appreciated. I agree. That honest reviews should be appreciated. But I do also agree that sucking up's not a bad thing. Like, for instance, like when I moved into my new house, I got approached by the wife of the president of our HOA association in my new condo, right? Like, I don't need to suck up to the president of the HOA's homeowners association's wife, but I did offer to grab anything off of a high shelf if they need me to. Just saying, you know what I mean? Because why not? You know what I mean? Why not be nice and, and just be cool, or just make a genuine comment without actually having to put like a weird, rude spin on it. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, making people pay $100 for Atlas is ridiculous in your opinion. Is not a good buy. $30 just for Atlas can be appealing otherwise. So why would $30 be appealing to you when there is no other company out there that provides this data for that price point? Like if you buy Bookmap right now without having without having a Schwab account, Bookmap's going to run you hundreds of dollars a month, right? Nathan, what's Bookmap run in its fairly standardized tier? Just like, let's just say basic, like global.
So what, it'd probably be, yeah, 150-ish. You know,
Yeah, so
yes, Toss does have the
100,
$40 version, but you get, it's
right, but
not
that's
just
only on
Atlas on
TOS. That's
Trading
only on
Terminal.
TOS though. That's my point. Right?
And
And that's not including futures data. Right? If you need futures on TOS, you have to still pay for, you know, your different datas. So I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't say I'm gonna get like a product for you know, it's gotta be paid for. You know what I mean? It's the price is what the price is because we have to be able to pay for it. It has data fees, right? If we start signing up more people and we get a lot of people, then data probably becomes less expensive, you know, and maybe they can do something with it. But I mean, the benefit here is getting access to a tool that you actually have like a word in. You know what I mean? We're actually building our own. One of the things that's always been really interesting about the BBT community is its desire to be self-sufficient. And I think that's Andrew, obviously. You know, we don't want to have to go to other places or other people's platforms in order to do our stuff. We don't want to use other people's trade tracking stuff. We don't want to use other people's order books. We don't want to use other people's anything. You know what I mean? That's why Andrew started his own funded trading. You know what I mean? The dude's just kind of wants to do it. But I agree, it may be too pricey for you. And in my humble opinion, that's cool.
well, if it is, then get it today before it
Yeah.
goes up to
Yeah,
99.
I'd get in earlier, that's for sure.
That would solve that problem pretty quickly. If that's one of the issues that you have.
Now, I can say like Bookmap obviously has been around for a while. So it's got a thing, you know. I mean, it's there's a lot of bells and whistles. It really works. You know what I mean? But I just, you know, it is what it is. The one thing you have to understand with Andrew is Andrew never overcharges for anything. You know, he's charging what he needs to charge in order to cover the costs of it because he wants it to be available to his community. You know, but if you don't see oh, look at this. Look how we just bought that order and then the book flipped on Tesla. Now it looks bearish right after it bought that order. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Look how it left the orders in. Looks like it's going to sell. See that? Look at that. Ha ha ha. See how easily you can read that? You see how the order book flipped in, they tiered in the orders and then it ripped down? Please. That was amazing. I'm so easily amused by this order book, man. It's crazy. Still new, just go with BBT member first to get the education. Yeah, so, K's, I think that's a very, very insightful thing to say there. So one of the things Dr. V talks a lot about, especially on our Wednesdays here, right? No, I'm not long. Yes. I wish I had, but it was a narrow range. You know, one of the things she just talks about a lot is making sure you don't start trading before you actually have the information that you need to start trading. A lot of people, when they start trading, are very, very excited about getting their hands on a keyboard. Like they're just ready to, like they just want to start firing trades. But while you're doing that, you're building habitual behavior, right? And it's without structure. You know what I mean? So I would highly recommend, actually, if you're just new to trading, kind of trying to keep your hands off the keyboard. You do not need to go out and get an expensive platform right now if you're just learning. You do not need to go out and fund an expensive account right now if you're just learning, right? All you need to do is just go, you know, kind of show up every day and learn the information. I would spend a lot of time learning the tools and making sure that you understand how things, like if you should be able to read at a chart and get a generic idea of if it should be going up or if it should be going down now. What range is it in? What's the order book look like? What's the VPA look like? Right? That's a lot. It's a year's plus worth of education just getting to be able to utilize all the tools in the market easily. Right? So, you know, it's just kind of something to keep in. So yeah, so I think, and I want to cover this back to the order book thing here. So one of the things with this is, not every, and it's Toby was kind of saying this correctly. TOS Bookmap is $40 with futures data, but not everybody has access to TOS Bookmap. Right? There actually quite a very few people have Charles Schwab accounts, right? And then or have the desire to open a brokerage account just so they could get access to a less expensive Bookmap, right? So, but if you happen to be with Charles Schwab now, right, that's certainly something you can do, right? But it's not feasible for the vast majority of Bear Bull traders as community. Right. So the reason why Bear Bull Traders is doing this is because Bear Bull Traders, it may work for others, but for me, $40 toss is greater than it. Right, of course, Zunio, but we're not talking about you, right? This isn't about you, right? This is about our community and developing really good tools for our community. We're doing what we need to do to appeal to the masses to help the most people. Right, and TOS doesn't get that done. Right, so it's very expensive. If you get Bookmap and you add in all the extra stuff, it's pricey. And we want our people to just be able to get access to these tools and to be able to get access to them for a reasonable price, the best we can provide. Right, so but again, like that's what we're up to, or we're trying our best to do. So for any one of our traders that are in Canada, this is going to be a major tool that helps. Exactly, Enzo. For every one of our traders, and we have a giant number of our traders from Canada, and I would do all of this for only them, right? Because I love Canadians about as much as I love people in the US. They're freaking amazing people, and I want them to have all the cool tools. So, but it's very frustrating. I have many mentees that I work with that are trading from Canada and are overpaying for visual order books. So anyway, rant done. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting the other features of Trading Terminal as well, so that's just
right. That's also true. It's not like you're only getting Atlas as well. When you subscribe to Trading Terminal, you're getting everything Trading Terminal has to offer.
Yeah, which I mean, Andrew, he that was free for a long time, and they finally caught up to him, and
right,
he had to subscribe. It
and
would still be free,
and we can run this on an
he wasn't
iPad.
forced to.
Can't run Bookmap on an iPad. Just saying. That's worth the money for me right there. My laptop lifestyle is feeling pretty happy right now. So.
I know, man. You've got it all you need to trade from the airport now. On just maybe one or two. Well, I guess you could do your phone and then just an iPad, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I could have this running on my cell phone and then be trading off of my iPad Pro. Without a doubt, that's going to happen. No, exactly.
I like it.
Right, Syed? Is Oracle a short? Let's look. Oracle's order book to me looks fairly bullish right now. So, and its VPA is green. So I would say no. I'd say it's a long. Look at Oracle's order book, man. It's like looking at like
and this is going to be nice. A lot of people are going to notice.
Like planets. It's like
different order books look differently. So
I love this. Look, you can actually see the bid. Look, see, this is what you're talking about when we're talking about the bid-ask spread. Look at how wide the spread is on Oracle. Right? So here, this is the distance between the best ask and the best bid right now. Right? So anyone who sells on market order is going to get filled down here. Anyone who buys on market order is going to get filled here unless the market maker fulfills it from their inventory. And look at that. See how these are happening within the spread, dude?
Yeah.
These are all being handled by the market maker's inventory. These are all being handled by the float. They're not actually getting
Bookmap doesn't
applied to
show
the bid
that,
or the ask.
by the way.
That's so freaking cool. I've
Yeah,
never
Bookmap
been able
doesn't
to
show
see
that,
that
by the
like
way.
that. Dude, yeah, that's a
So
that's a screenshot right there. That's a good one. That's fun. See, people, this is the stuff you don't really get to. Hey, Abid, how are you doing? Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, all of that stuff. I mean, come on, we're showing you like the depths into like some of the coolest, you know, exactly. So,
and it's also only going to get better. Like this is just the first version release. Like
exactly.
it's slightly better than what the dev version that we were reviewing and working with. So they have lists, literally lists of things that are going in, and constant work is being done. So there's going to be a lot going on.
So I wanna revisit this one more time because I want to make sure we drill this answer here, Taryn. So you're noticing a strong push towards Atlas. Of course, it's one of our products, so we're gonna push it, right? So, but since Bookmap is already available at a lower price, it's hard to see the added value. Once again, you're not getting Atlas for the price. You're getting trading terminal subscription that comes with Atlas for the price. Right. So you're not paying for just Atlas. You're paying for all of the different features that come with Trading Terminal. And now you're getting Atlas. Right. So I'm not trying to sell Atlas. I'm trying to say Trading Terminal will now keep you, if you already have a subscription to Trading Terminal, you can already use Atlas. Right. You just go and hit on beta. You just log in. You go to where it says beta and you click on it and boom, you're up and running. Right? So this is what we're trying to say here. I'm not trying to sell you a order book like Bookmap sells you an order book here. I'm telling you this is an order book that you get with Trading Terminal. Trading Terminal we're working with TV to bring TV charts into Trading Terminal, which means Camarilla pivot plays comes into Trading Terminal now. That means your trade logging and all of your other stuff you're doing through there is going to have the right pivots in it. You know, we're doing all this in-house because it's so hard to make, it's so hard to go to a Bookmap or to go to a Trading View and say, hey, build my stuff into your thing. We can do it ourselves. You know what I mean? We have our code, Camarilla pivot plays. I had coded with my developer bros. You know what I mean? So Trading Terminal is going to have a journal coming into it. Right? I mean, that's going to be using the TV charts once those are in. So there's a lot of cool stuff that's really happening. And it's really trying to be Trading Terminal is going to be the trader's tool belt. You know, I mean, ideally, everything you're going to need as a retail trader to make informed trading decisions and then make those trades is eventually all going to be through Trading Terminal. There's the man.
Yeah.
What's up, bros? Videos on Atlas are coming. I know they're coming because Nathan is here and he's starting to work on them as we speak. So
yeah,
I'll be doing one
many videos. As soon as we get done here, that's going to be what I'm going to be doing, is getting a video ready to go out. So Mike said by the end of the weekend, I didn't have a chance to work on it yesterday, but Andrew wants it today, so I will get it done later today and it'll be out.
You're a balla.
Dude, I just want to get it done. I want to get people learning about it. You know, it took me a little bit working with the settings and going through everything, but I think I got it down enough to throw some help out there.
Absolutely, man. Dude, I mean, I love that you can actually see them working the float. You can never see that on Bookmap. See how this buy order is just filled? And look, there's the bid, there's the ask. Right? What is this buy order doing here? Who filled that? The specialist did. That went into somebody's inventory. That came out of someone's inventory. Someone filled that buy from the float. That's the clearest I've ever been able to demonstrate this.
Well, I love this that you brought up Oracle too, because I want people to realize something like Atlas.
Look at this one. Someone sold and they got filled below the bid. That's so cool. Oh, man.
Even just for learning something like this, you guys are going to want to get like a lot of seat time. And it may be watching boring stuff, but this is nice on Oracle because it's slow. But I want you guys just to watch the spread. and how the spread moves, how the spread jumps, how it reacts to orders. Because you just can't see this as well just on a level 2. But here you've got a clear vision of what is going on with the spread and how the market makers are basically doing the auction. Right now, you're watching the auction live.
Here's my chart up close. So you can see right now they're working a large bid at 189.20. So you can see they came down and they sold into it, and then people started buying ahead of it. So the market maker, so that pushed the price back up. And see, there's a large ask coming in here. So if you get really close up, this, so boom, there it goes. It went and hit that ask. Look, boom, now look, it's going back to the bid.
Yeah, we're watching the live auction right now.
This is it. Seller, buyer, right? They went up and negotiated. Zoom. Then they went down.
It's just like when you talk about the hog auction.
Yep.
Do I have this much? Do I have this much? Can I get a buyer here? Can I get a buyer here?
So now look how they're starting to bring some additional orders on here, here, here. So they're tiering. But look, bid. And the algorithm is like it's like a cat with a laser pointer. For anyone who wants who wants a good analogy, it's a cat with a laser pointer. When the orders come in, it's like, oh wait, whoa, you, whoa, you, whoa, like it wants it all, right? So you can see though, there's a really big order tiering here. So they're just going up here and gobbling up, they're all of these sellers, and they're just boom. How did I get it to look like this? By changing the bid ask level and the aggregator. Right? So the aggregate, so right now you're looking at every single penny, right? All the way up and down. So since this has a 1 cent spread, you're seeing 1 cent as we move down. Each level is being shown, right? So if I go to 2 aggregates, it'll do even numbers. Right, so this is the same thing like if you were using Bookmap, if you grab the slider and pulled the slider down, this is what it does. It just raises the aggregate.
Yeah, it's basically your scrolling zoom if you're scrolling on that y-axis.
So the bigger you aggregate, right? So you can see if we go all the way out and we're aggregating 100 levels, you can tell that Nvidia has a massive order sitting at 200. Right, so now that's very macro, right? That's very macro. So, but institutionally right now, obviously, this one is very, very bullish. Right now, there are some big institutional buy orders down at 75 and 70. So if we started to sell over the course of the next few days, those are the areas where we would expect to bounce, right? Where we'd expect to find order, big orders at 188, big orders at 185, big orders at 180 and 181, right? And then big orders at 175 and really big orders at 170. Right. So, but look at that compared to this big guy up here. I mean, look at that, over 1 million sitting there. Right. So it's a lot. So now since we're day traders, we don't really worry about those. Right. We kind of watch these. So, but once again, you can you can see there. Oh, there, look, they went down while I was looking at the other one. They went down and hit that level that we were talking about before. Right. So, yeah. I go back and forth, man. I kind of like them. I go back and forth to which one I like the most.
It's because your ADD's on fire right now.
It's so on fire. I really want a vertical monitor now. I may turn my right side monitor vertical so I can just do a really long one of these. Because that would be pretty awesome.
Big sell right there on Nvidia.
But anyway, I think my favorite right now is 25 at 1. I really like 25 at 1. You can see there's a really big bid at 189 on Nvidia. So it's looking quite bearish right now.
Yeah, and then it's going to be different for momentum traders versus range traders too. So if you're thinking about,
if you're a momentum trader, you're gonna wanna look, you'll probably want to run a smaller bid ask level. Right? Like aggregate probably be at 1. But if you're a momentum trader, you're probably going to want to sit more, in like
you want to see where the orders
20
are
to
coming
25 range. You want to be like the 10 to 20 range, like somewhere in here. Like this is very bearish right now, just on the very short term. right? Look, see what I mean? See how I said that? It just as soon as I said it's bearish, it immediately went down and hit the orders. So once you get good at reading the order book, it's incredible, right? It's cheat code, right? That's why I am like I feel like, can I admit something, Nathan?
Uh-oh.
I feel heard.
What are you admitting?
I feel heard. Like for the first time in my trading life, I really feel heard.
I listen to you.
I've been screaming into the wind about how amazing the visual order book is for reading. And then yesterday I see Eamon posting posts, Andrew posting posts, everyone's I'm like, finally! Like I was so happy. Like just seeing like everybody using it. I'm like, this is what I've been talking about, people. Like, oh my gosh. Sorry.
I mean, I was one of the first ones to listen to you
I
and start using
know.
it. And then look at what happened for me.
That's why you're my only friend.
Correct. Yes.
So let's look at Apple. I want to see some huge orders. I like big Apple and I can't deny. No boy, what's SPY doing?
It's like it's trying a liquidity test right now.
Mm.
They may have found a seller up there.
Apple's doing that weird order book thing.
Yeah, I'm going to send a message to David and ask him about that. It's Microsoft and Apple, the ones that I've noticed so far.
40. I mean,
it has to be the data. It has to be something going through with the data.
Yeah. Because when it comes, it's so at least you can see it's right here. Well, bam. Look at that, Apple, pow, running for these big orders. Look at that. So Apple's a higher range potential trending breakup. Yeah, Apple Atlas is a little weird. Apple's selling a lot. I wouldn't feel comfortable longing Apple. Even though its order book is bullish, I think it's selling too much to do a breakout.
Well, let's push the ATR too. Yeah, it's also at a level from it looks like Tuesday, where it sold off hard from.
Thank you, Melanie. You're the best. I'm authentic.
He is, by the way.
Like an old wooden chair.
Jeez.
He's authentic.
Well, when you do that thing with the tree, with burying your ashes there, I'll make a wooden tree out of some of the wood on that tree.
No, you gotta leave it forever.
Well, you said you wanted to be a wooden chair, so
Southern
I'll
oak.
sit in it every day.
That would be nice. Just have your butt on me every day. That seems inappropriate.
I could make it into like a toilet bowl ring. The thing that
I did move, MVP. I did move. This is my new digs. I got a new condo because I can. What's the yellow brown indicator? Oh, good. I thought you were talking about this nasty paint color in the background that I haven't gotten rid of yet.
Is that what you were telling me about? Is that the paint color?
It's one. So whoever like I got this place from, thank God, by the way. Like when I moved in here, I'll show everybody some before and after pictures once I'm done. Whoever like moved in here, I swear to God, like if they'd have like put some new like fans and some new light fixtures up and like painted a couple walls, I would have had to pay a lot more money for this place. I'm just really glad they didn't do that. It's cool. So, what was I, but yeah, you want to grow mushrooms? All right. I'm in.
Some lion's mane. I actually wouldn't mind to have some lion's mane. if anybody wants to send some to me.
Lion's mane's good. What's the other one? It's the Shilajit, I think. Mushroom Shilajit. That one's supposed to be really good for like mental focus and clarity. Lion's mane's incredible for like blood flow and like oh, thanks, Sarif. Your people are very nice. I'm gonna start blushing. I know, thank ES, NT. ES bought it for me. It was
Thanks,
so
ES.
nice. It was so nice of ES to handle my down payment. Man, how fun is this freaking Atlas? Thoughts on ES? I have lots of thoughts. So right now, the technical play is still... So here's my thoughts. It's a no trader. I'm sorry. So in reality, the play I would play would be a trending breakout. Right? That is the play we're calling. That is the play that's appropriate. I do like how this sell was actually absorbed, and then we're making new highs. So that being said, the order book on SPY for me is really lean to the top side. It actually looks quite bearish to me. Oh, by the way, anybody else ready for a reason to get Atlas over Bookmap? Can anybody else read SPY in Bookmap?
I can, but it's hard. It's really difficult.
I can't. I've never been able to pull up SPY or Qs and be able to actually read the imbalance on those two, but on Atlas I can see it. You can see that there's a large order really close to the price to the top side, and you can see we're holding bids to the downside. The top side
and the
is
Qs are
really
even better.
lean. I mean, so it looks like we're just, so I went long right now because the order book actually looks like we're going to sell. Our session and our session since the open, we're actually selling more than we're buying. And we're just barely buying in the past like 14, in the past like 15 minutes or so, we've barely been buying at all. So this just doesn't look like a viable long for me. So ES looks beautiful on Bookmap, for the record. That's one of the reasons I like trading futures so much. But trust me, if I can't wait, we're supposed to have futures data here soon. I'm like, I can't wait. Like, please bring it on. So this guy down here is my is my BS detector, Mickey. B standing for buying, S standing for selling. So what it basically does, I wish it worked as well. What it basically does is it's a VPA tool that's actually pretty decent at telling you whether or not we're buying or selling right now. Like right now, we're barely buying. Gold. So what I don't like about gold, and we're actually adding some new logic in to handle this, Gold should not have called. So that's the problem with this one. This one wasn't a play. So we're adding in the CPR logic. So where we show the twos, and you'll be able to toggle the twos on and off. But basically futures, because they open at the CP, you know, we can't validate the system on futures using the CP. Right. So it means we have to call all the plays on futures, basically, unless it makes a dramatic sweep through like S3. So when I wrote my book actually uses the CPR, not the CP. I actually don't even talk about the CP in my book. Right. I use the CPR. Right. So in this instance, you would see here that you know, that we violated the rule by going outside the CPR to the downside. Right. So, but we can't do this with futures yet because we have to add that logic, because right now the rule is as long as it stays above S3. Right. So it came all the way, but if once this new logic's in, this play wouldn't call. So, but remember, it's important to read my book and know, because it's an indicator that, you know, we've coded and we're doing our best to continue to make it as accurate as possible. But, you know, we're also doing a whole lot of, you know, but this one, the other thing was, and this is the most important part, was this. It was buying. So the main issue with it is it being a short was the VPA just didn't read as a short. Kind of like my trade on Microsoft that I lost. It was a clean buy. It was in the right spot, right range, right everything, except for the fact that it wasn't selling. You know, hard to go short when it's not selling. I mean, it's not hard, but it's not smart. Atlas, subscribe to tradingterminal.com, John. It comes with it. So, and if you're on the fence about it, I'd do it like now, basically, because I'm quite sure. I don't know exactly what day it happens, but I'm quite sure that you're going to want to be on the grandfathered side of this thing. So I'd get in it pretty fast. You want to learn the skill of knowing which alerts to take and which ones to avoid after all my conditions of how are met. How should I go about developing that ability? Dr. V presented these slides in her presentation that she did for us on Wednesday. So, and I think what you're kind of talking about will fall into slides 4 and slides 5. Right? So once you get your whole system put together and you know exactly what you're looking for and exactly the way you're looking for it, right? So, and I think she's going to share these on her social media pretty soon. So at least that's what I heard, which I'm hoping, because they're awesome. So just kind of keep an eye on it. If you haven't subscribed to Vanessa's Instagram, Dr. V, it's you know, it's make sure you find it. I'll try and have it shared in here. It's like at Dr. Vanessa. Let's see here. Well, we'll get it shared here in a minute. But anyway, this is her slide deck from that presentation. So the thing I would say, so if your rules are defined, right? So you know exactly what you want to do based upon that, right? Then you have to test, right? So after you test, right, I would recommend doing it and executing perfectly on, you know, all of the tests, you know, very, very much like, you know, we're doing like a double blind test on you know, trying to figure out a new medication, right? So you just want to go through there and really work it. And if you find that you had you know, let's say you had a 40% hit rate, then on your losers, if they were executed properly and there was a play call, what happened there, right? what happened there that caused that to occur, and then see if there's a correlative element, right? Because I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of saddle time. You know what I mean? To get to the point to where you can look at a setup and say, you know what? I really like that we're at S3 in a higher, wider range, but I don't like it because of, right? So now if it's met all of your criteria, then you should not hesitate, right? Like if you see every single criteria for you to get into and take a trade and they've all been met, then you should absolutely be taking that trade, right? Don't even think about it. Just hit the trade. And if your hit rate goes down, then after go through and analyze what happened, what am I, what if under the assumption you're following all your rules, why is it not working? And then you just kind of reverse engineer over and over again. Just kind of one tweak, run 20 trades on it. One or two tweaks, 20 trades. You know what I mean? Thor, the CP you talked a bit about on gold. Yes, Humorous, this is in my book. The CP information is in my book, but not on gold, obviously. My book wasn't written with futures in mind, although it works with futures. I'm actually going to do an adapted version probably, I don't know, early next year. There's no way I'm going to get to it this year, unfortunately, with everything I've had going on in my personal life and, kids, got to drive my son to school every morning. I mean, it's mass hysteria. Don't worry about CP on DOS. Adrian, use the CPR, 2 to 2s. I wouldn't use the CP. Wow, look at NQ going again. What are we almost at? Is this like a monthly level? What's going on up here? Not just a marked level. We're in a higher narrow range and it failed R3 beautifully before, Nathan. It's a part of the Camarilla, it's part of the pivot study. So Sarif, add the pivot study and then toggle Camarillas, and the S2 to R2s will be in there. The central pivot is not a range. The central pivot is a place. PDC is central pivot are generically the same thing, especially on futures. Anya, eventually my cams will be available in Trading Terminal once the TV integration is finished. Nvidia. Let's look at Nvidia, Nathan. I got a few minutes. Nvidia.
It's just like tied to VWAP right now.
I mean, right now it actually kind of comes off as being a little bit balanced to me. Like I don't see like a really clear direction. It's got 3 large orders to the top side, but they're all very spaced out and there's not a lot of orders connecting them. So there's like these big order like voids. So it doesn't really look very bullish. If anything, I'd say we're bearish right now. I like this order, this 10-5-26 order here. I like the 188.70 order, and I like this large order down at 188.50. I also like that as we're selling, the sells are moving down the book, while the buys are generically being absorbed. They're keeping things sideways. You can see kind of, oh, that's interesting. Nathan, I just noticed that. Look, you get when the buys are being absorbed, you can see on this one, it leaves the ask exposed because you can actually see the spread. So when it's absorbed inside the spread, because of the way it shows it, it leaves the top of the ask sticking out. So you can actually see absorption pretty easily. Look, you just look for red tops on all of the dots.
Oh yeah, I watch that all the time. Those do become important. Even those levels, or the ask lifted to and we dropped, even that level even becomes important.
That's
once we get into it, once we
interesting.
start retesting it. I'll definitely be covering that when I get out
super interesting.
the course on it.
So like look to the bottom. See how you can't see any bids on the bottom. All the green lines have been eaten, and it was leaving reds at the top. That's that. Even now, as it pulls back up, look, its bids are being eaten.
It's hitting that right. It's hitting that exact same level and popping down, popping down, popping down.
And it's leaving reds on the top. That's really interesting.
If we clear it, we should pop up to that 89.10 order. If they can get a little bit of buying, it should pop right up to that 89.10 order.
Yeah, man, this is so interesting. So, I mean, what an amazing week at Bear Bull Traders, right? Everybody, we had some great trades. We had some not so great trades, but, you know, we made money and we had a really good time doing it. So what an amazing gift this job is. I hope everybody had an incredible week. I hope you're enjoying tradingterminal.com's new upgrade of Atlas. So we'll look forward to seeing everybody next week as we wrap up here. I will look forward to seeing everybody next week. We have a big week coming up. Nathan, what do we got going on Tuesday?
We have Mr. Steve Goldstein coming in to talk to all of you guys live. Steve is going to talk to all of you guys live
on Tuesday. Come on Monday. I need you all here because I want to ask you what questions from you do you want me to ask the Alpha Mind when he comes on. I want to have 4 or 5 prep questions. That way, after he's done doing his spiel, I want to have 4 or 5, and I'm going to grab those questions from Garbage Trucks and Lambos. So make sure you join. I'll talk to y'all later.
See you guys.